Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you about a new series on Prime Video coming out right now on October 22nd.
Oh, it's Harlan Coben's Lazarus.
Absolutely best-selling mystery writer Harlan Coben returns to television with a twisted tale of lies, murder, and long-buried family secrets. Harlan Coben's written 37 novels, and they're all this, when you get to the last page, it happens type of thing. And it's really cool. He's a great author, and you really want to see this. Harlan Coben's Lazarus stars Sam Claflin and Bill Nye. He's the older actor. You've seen him in a ton of stuff. He's a really great actor. Premieres October 22nd, only on Prime Video. It looks like tons of death and killings and mayhem and all sorts of stuff going on. You want some blood? This is the place to get it. Harlan Coben's Lazarus. You should definitely check this out. It looks really cool. It looks really exciting, and it looks like something that you're going to have to watch till the end. Can't wait. Don't miss Harlan Coben's Lazarus, streaming October 22nd, only on Prime Video.
Now back to the show.
This week, in Riceboro, Georgia, a wild story unfolds, complete with a dismembered body, a buried head, and a spouse who's supposedly on the run from killers, while a helpful FBI agent who may not even exist helps everyone stay alive. Welcome to Small Town Murder. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Small Town Murder.
Yay!
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Wissman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today on another exciting, crazy, absolutely twisted, weird, this is a crazy story episode of Small Town Murder. I know every week is the same. They're all crazy, but this is, wow, this is twisted, and this is a trial that I watched from start to finish. So I'm very excited to talk about this case. We'll get to all that and more. First of all, head over to shutupandgivememurder.com.
Oh, yeah.
Get all your merchandise. Get tickets to live shows. That's the important thing. This Saturday, this is October the 18th. We're at the Moore in Seattle.
Oh, shit.
Think there's a few tickets left, so get in there and get them.
There are very few.
Yeah, they put out a low ticket alert, so apparently there's
up.
none. Portland sold out the night before. And then if you can't get out to that one, definitely get tickets for the virtual live show. We're so excited for this. The day before Halloween. It is Thursday, the 30th of October, just like a regular live show. All the pictures, jokes. We're going to be wearing costumes because why not make ourselves look like idiots? All of that. And you can, it's just like a regular live show, except you can watch it from anywhere in the world without leaving your house. Just all you need is internet. So do that. And it's available for 2 weeks after that, too. So you can buy it a little later. You can buy it before. You can watch it 20 times. Do whatever you want with it. That's shutupandgivememurder.com. You also should be listening to our other two shows, Crime and Sports, which we're doing a long series on Billy Martin right now.
Right.
You want to hear about a little guy who gets drunk and punch people in the face all the time. This is the guy to talk about. And, of course, Your Stupid Opinions, where we scour the internet and find the dumbest and most annoying reviews to make fun of everything that you can imagine. Yeah. Then you should get yourself some Patreon. Patreon. Oh, you should. Patreon.com/CrimeInSports, just like the name of that show you should be listening to. Anybody $5 a month or above, you are going to get everything that we put out. You're going to get hundreds of back episodes you've never heard before immediately upon subscription. Then you get two new ones every other week, one Crime and Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get it all. This week for Small Town Murder, we'll be doing an internet salad where we'll talk about everything that's going on in the world except politics. We will avoid that. We'll make it we'll pretend that the world is just easygoing and fun. And
we're going to have to really deep dive on this internet.
We're going to have to go to like page 4 of Google News to find this type of thing. So check that out. And in addition to getting all of those episodes, you also get everything that we put out in the regular feeds, Crime and Sports, Small Town Murder, Your Stupid Opinions. God, I couldn't even get that. Your Stupid Opinions. Hard to say. Show. It is. That is my stupid opinion. You get all of those ad-free as well.
What?
Ad-free. That's right. God damn it. You get everything ad-free and on top of that, you get a shout out at the end of the show as well, where Jimmy will mispronounce your name terribly while trying his best to get it right. So there you go. That said, it's disclaimer time. This is a comedy show.
It is.
Where people are going to die. Jokes are going to happen. The thing is here, we do it tastefully. That's the thing. Okay. We never make fun of the victims or the victims' families.
Why is that, James?
Because we're assholes.
But
we're not scumbags. See how that works? It's real easy to do. There's plenty to make fun of. We make fun of, we'll make fun of a small town because we're all from some small town to make fun of. Who cares? We make fun of a bumbling police force sometimes who lets a murderer go free to murder more. We make fun of murderers because why not? They deserve it, and we have no other recourse with them. That's how it works there. So, but if you think true crime and comedy should never, ever go together, I don't know. We might not be for you, but maybe we should. We are. You should check it out and listen, because we might be for you. Either way, I think it's time to sit back, everybody. Let's all clear the lungs here, and let's all shout, "Shut up and give me murder." Let's go on a trip, everybody.
Okay.
Let's do this. We are going down to Georgia this week. We're going to Riceboro.
Yeah.
Rice, B-O-R-O. Riceboro.
Yeah. Oh.
Riceboro, Georgia.
No U, no G, no H.
None of that. It started like that. We'll get to it. This is down in southeastern Georgia. This is way down there.
They actually grow rice down there, right?
In this area, they did for a while here. This is about 45 minutes to Savannah, Georgia, about an hour and a half to Jacksonville, if you want to go south, and then about 5.5 hours to our last Georgia episode, which was Summerville, Georgia. That was episode 599, Madness of a Murderous Maniac.
He was mad.
I'll give myself credit for that title. That's good alliteration right there. This is in Liberty County, area code 912. The motto here is deep roots, strong people, lasting pride.
Yeah.
That's their motto. History of this town. The community was named for the rice industry that was here.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, they grew rice here. This is it's kind of near the water, though. So it's, it's got as it grew, it changed a lot. Rice,
swampy.
Exactly. Riceboro was the second county seat of Liberty County. Had that for about 40 years, and this is from the late 1700s to about 1835. So then they switched it somewhere else. They first incorporated the village of Riceboro with the UGH on it. And then they got rid of that at some point here. Reviews of this town, because we've never been here. We don't know anything about it. Let's find out what other people think. Here's 5 stars. Riceboro is a very small town, but it's a growing community.
It's getting bigger.
Yep, it's a beautiful town, really. Seriously.
I
swear it. And everyone is one big family. Wow. We have, I hope that's a euphemism. I hope they don't mean literally. You know what I mean? You never know sometimes. We have festivals and so many activities. It's really I love the last sentence. It's really a great small town.
I'm selling this as hard as I can.
And there's only 2 reviews, and they're both 5 stars. So that's it.
Really? It might be great.
Here's 5 stars again. Hello. My name is Crystal West. Hi, Crystal.
Nice
Welcome.
to meet you.
Welcome aboard. Welcome to the show. I am from a very small rural town called Riceboro, Georgia. My town has a lot of history and great loving people. We love to show our visitors Southern hospitality. My town is more of a senior and retirement area, not much of a nightlife, but if you drive to Hinesville, Georgia, a town about 15 minutes away, it offers more nightlife. Everyone knows about the famous nightclubs of Hinesville, Georgia. That's
illustrious.
Yeah, we know that. It's whenever you see like an NBA Finals game, you see the guys running off the court. That's to catch the last flight to Hinesville so they can go party that night. There's nobody else anywhere. We're located about 30 minutes from Savannah, Georgia. I would recommend you visit my area and try some of the best seafood at our local restaurant, Captain Joe's. Let's all go to Captain Joe's,
Captain
everybody.
Joe's?
Tell Captain Joe.
Knock off Long John Silver's?
Knock off Captain Ron's.
Knock off Captain D's?
Yeah. We look forward to seeing you soon. And then again, Crystal West at the end. She wants you to know.
Yep.
Crystal put this in there twice. People in this town, 977. So it's a small town. That is nobody. Men and women, it's 54% women. So, fellas, that's a place to go. Yeah. It's mainly because it's a retirement crowd and women live longer than men. So that's they've just outlasted their husbands. Median age here is 52.3, which is 15 years older than the national average. It's an old town.
Jeff Probst needs to be the mayor of this town. It's just Survivor.
That's exactly what it is. See who can make it to Jacksonville. Family here, 49.2% married, and 12% are single with children. So those are about average. A lot of average stats. Race in this town, 7.5% white, 87.6% black, 0% Hispanic. 3.5% Hawaiian Pacific Islander.
This town
so there's
an enigma.
A community
it's
it's interesting. And the weird part is everyone involved in our story is white, too, which is strange.
Wild.
It's crazy. 27% of the people here are religious. It's usually 50-50, but still, even at 27%, the highest one is Baptist. Because as we know, the Baptists are the Catholics of the South, as we know. There's a lot of Catholics up north, a lot of Baptists down south. There's low unemployment here. It's like half the national average, so people are hustling. Median household income here, though, is rough. It is $40,911 a year.
My word.
Almost $30,000 below the national average.
Yeah.
It's not good. Cost of living in this town here, we have throughout the rest of the United States, 100 is regular average. Here it's 79, so not that bad.
Very affordable.
The lowest thing is housing. Housing is ultra cheap. The median home cost here is $119,500. Median home cost. Median.
Wow.
That is
fascinating.
That is bonkers. And the weird part is, though the house is for sale, none of them are that low. But all the home values are low, so it's very strange.
What'd you pay for your first house?
Where?
Ever?
That
you owned?
Oh God, 2000.
Your very first house. You don't remember?
Yeah, I think it was
$210,000.
Okay, and we couldn't afford it at all. So
I paid $119,000.
We lost that house, so that doesn't matter. That was years ago. Okay, that's how that goes. So if you, like us, are looking for a new house, we have for you the Riceboro, Georgia Real Estate Report. Okay, your average two-bedroom rental here.
I'm trying to survive.
Well, we laughed all the way through the theme song.
I'm fighting for my life.
Jimmy was losing air quick there through the theme song. Two-bedroom rental average here goes for $910, which is well below the national average.
That's great, yeah.
Not bad. First house here is certainly a trailer. Definitely, that is definitely not attached to the ground.
It's
not bad, though.
I do love the try to make it a home with the peak. That's nice.
And the front porch, too.
Yeah.
And the stairs going down.
You bolt that on as soon as it parks.
Yeah. But they're a nicer front step than most.
Yeah.
It's not like that three steep steps. It's like a nice grade going up there.
Three steep steps of particle
Yeah. This is on 0.89 acres, so a little bit of land. And it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,320 square foot. It's not bad, too. The kitchen has, the granite countertops and nice stuff. I mean, it's been redone, new wood floors and that kind of thing. So it's not bad on the inside. That's a big house, too, 2,300 square feet. $210,000 for that.
Okay.
Once again, like every real estate listing we've done recently, recent price cut on that one.
Yeah.
And another recent price cut here, we have house number 2 is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,695 square foot house. It's on 9 acres. It looks like, look at it here.
Wow.
Nice. It's a nice house, right? With the pillars in the front and the windows.
I love those top windows. That's probably not a livable attic, but it looks awesome.
That's cool. Well, it's the second floor, so it's probably bedroom
windows.
Is it?
Okay, so it is housing. Yeah.
It's not bad. 9 acres, too. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's just had a $500 price cut, which...
that's really on sale.
Now it's going to move. $749,000.
Okay, yeah, that $500 was the sticking point.
I'm sure they had a few people under contract that backed out, and they were like, $749 I could do, but $749.5 I feel like I'm stretching. I just do.
Jesus.
I feel like we're going to lose it like James.
Bank's going to take it back.
And then, by the way, $749. Okay, the next one is a 17 beds, 23 bath.
It's an old hotel.
2,099 acres.
Oh my God!
And look at like the land too. There's like boats and streams.
Wow! You could have a fan boat.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that. It's on like an island with it's a resort type place.
Unbelievable.
With an organic farm on it and everything else.
Oh.
$52,500,000.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
And no price cut on that one.
Nobody's buying that, right?
I would love it if they cut $500 off of that one. $52,499,500. I would love it if
Who the fuck would want that?
52.
That's so
I have no idea.
$52 million to live in Louisiana? No.
Georgia. Yeah.
Where is this? Yeah.
Georgia. Georgia. No. Yeah. To live, wow. I mean, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. But
is that?
I mean, if that's what you're into, but it's a resort and a farm.
Yeah, there's bugs and animals that will eat you in your sleep. I'm not living there.
You have to have a serious business model. This isn't for you and your kids are going to move in.
No.
Yeah, this is
that's not a weekend getaway.
This is like you get an investment group together and do a whole thing. Things to do here in this town.
Here we go. Yeah.
Rice Fest 2025.
All right, sure.
It is happening soon, too. November 7th through the 9th. So
I do love rice, though.
I love rice. Rice is great.
I eat it 3-4 days a week.
I love it. Rice is great. I love all kinds of rice, too. That's the other thing. Whatever you got for me, I'll eat it. I don't care. I love it. This celebrates the Gullah Geechee culture and the vast history of coastal Georgia. The event in the last 3 years attracted over 3,500 people every year and continues to grow. Some events here, there's all these posters, as you can see, all the posters. And
homecoming dance. Fuck yeah. What is that?
Oh, the black guy with the cowboy hat with the red underneath?
No, that whole flyer looks like a No Limit Soldiers album cover.
I was just going to say it looks like a Master P or Silk the Shocker album.
That is crazy.
That was the next thing. The way they put it together, it is interesting. The black guy with it looks like Patrice O'Neill if you put a black cowboy hat with red under the brim like a Louboutin. It's a Louboutin cowboy hat. They have the Rice Fest. Yeah, that's what they're making now. The Rice Fest Homecoming Dance, performance by the Special Formula Band.
All right.
I don't know. And hosted by...
sauce was taken?
Oh, yeah. Stephanie Batiste. $40 includes a meal as well.
Okay, that's not
bad. Yeah. Catering done by the Real Brownstone Experience. And there we go. There's also a gospel star, Dottie Peoples.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. That's going to be hosted by Shannon LeCount. And then the famous Swanee Quintet will be performing.
So famous.
So famous. Oh, my God. There'll be an inspirational prayer of unity, local artists as well, a choir, Miasha Hall, Terry Curry, the Anointed Wings of Faith will be there. Dottie Peoples, okay. And then also, the last day, they have Mike Clark Jr., that is Louboutin Stetson guy, along with DJ Ricky Nails.
Oh.
And a special performance by the Special Formula Band, who has more people on stage than a 1993 Arrested Development concert.
They're making no money.
Yeah, that is a lot of people. There's literally 20 people in this picture. I don't know how you make a dime.
How do you make a dime?
It's like a big band. Like, I don't know where Benny Goodman is leading these people. It's fucking crazy.
Dave Matthews.
Jesus Christ. Hosted by Stephanie Batiste again. Oh, she's hosting all weekend.
Oh, she's busy.
She's a busy gal all weekend here. This is there's also a Sarah McRiver Rice Fest cook-off. Who makes the best rice?
Sarah McRiver Rice Fest cook-off.
Let's do it. And also
who can boil water the best?
Who can do it? Oh, it's been 20 minutes. Take it off. But I used to just put it in a rice maker. It was even better.
Yeah, the rice pot has ruined everything.
Oh, it's so easy.
Like, fuck.
Damn it. There's also a Corvette car show as well. Maybe I'll drive on down there with mine.
Head on down.
We go. Head on down to Riceboro.
I'll bet this is actually fun.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they probably have good food.
And it's only $40. That's awesome.
I want rice.
What festival have we done that was that affordable where you get food and a show?
You get food and a dance and
never. It's always $200.
Stephanie Batiste or whatever it is. Crime rate in this town. What we are interested in here. Property crime is slightly above the national average.
Okay.
Violent crime, murder, rape, robbery, and of course assault. The Mount Rushmore of crime is just under the national average. So pretty average. We'll say average crime here. Yeah. That said, let's talk about a murder. Let's do this. Well, like I said, I watched the whole trial, riveted and fascinated by this. This is one of the craziest cases ever. And when it goes to court, it's even crazier.
It's better?
It's insanity.
I mean, as better can get.
When a murder suspect has a story that sounds crazy, but like it's the story that the defense attorney's pitching in opening arguments and saying evidence or whatever, and then in closing arguments, that's one thing. But when the accused gets on the stand and repeats this crazy story, that's when gold happens. That's when that's the sweet spot of a trial right there, man.
How dare you say this shit?
Unbelievable. So let's talk about some people here. Let's introduce, first of all, Nicholas James Casotis. Kassotis, Casotis. He is born around 1982 here. He grew up born in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. That's where he's from. He grew up, his mom's name is Linda. His father's name is Wayne, if it's really his father, as we'll find out later.
Awesome.
You never know. This is nothing can be taken at face value in this story. Everything has a
smoke and mirrors and lies and great.
Mainly if you put smoke and mirrors on top of a bed of quicksand, that's what this story is. It's fucking insane. Okay. He was raised in Fitzwilliam, New Hampshire, which is a very small town, population under 3,000.
Yeah.
Little tiny place.
North somewhere?
I don't know exactly where it is. I don't remember. I just know it's under 3,000 population here. Now, he's a smart guy, Nick. Real smart guy. He goes to college looking to be a lawyer. He is going to earn two law degrees, including one from Northeastern University. He went to Boston University. Wow. He got his BA, which is a good school. He went to Northeastern.
A BA from BU? Get out of here.
A BA from BU. He went to Northeastern Law School and then went to Georgetown, which is a very smart guy. Yeah.
He's been to a lot of colleges for the right reason.
Absolutely. Georgetown, amazing. He got his LLM in National Security / Cybersecurity. So he's got, I have no idea. This is how, we're very dumb and neither of us have gone to college.
I've never heard of an LLM.
So, I don't know. I know what a BA, I know what an
MLM is.
MBA, I know that. I know what an LLC is. Other than that, I'm clueless.
That's all I got. Too many acronyms.
I don't know. So so law and national and cybersecurity are his specialties. Okay. So I would assume law that has to do with national security is going to be his main deal. And that is exactly the path he takes as he is a commissioned Navy officer in June of 2006. Nice. So he goes through all that school and then he goes
to the Navy.
He served as a JAG in the Navy.
Oh, a lawyer. I know that because of the TV show.
I was just going to say, you might recognize that from the show that was on for like 40 years. Is it still on?
Jag.
I don't even know.
Probably.
I have no idea. But there was a show called Jag. I've never seen an episode. I don't know who's in it. But I know it was a show about Navy lawyers. Yeah. That's all. And I assume they solved crimes or something. That's all I can imagine.
Yeah, I do. I know. I never watched it. I got to assume that old people made that show stick around as long as it did.
I think that was for an older crowd. I'm sure some younger people watched it, but I think it had an older audience. It was like NCIS.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Any military policing thing, you put a TV show on, anyone over 70 will really flock to it.
Love it.
They love it.
Canceled in 2005. So
there you go. It was on for a few years at least.
10 years.
There you go. That's a long time. 10 seasons. I know it. I remember hearing it got canceled after its first season, and then someone else picked it up. It's one of those shows.
Oh, yeah. The fucking audience freaked out.
They were like, "No way, man! Bring it back."
What am I going to watch with my bread pudding?
So he worked as a prosecuting attorney.
Okay.
And the role involved doing court martials and courts martial, I guess it's technically, advising on military law and conducting investigations. Mm-hmm. So by 2008, he's a defense lawyer for naval personnel in Norfolk, which now a JAG, by the way, if you don't know, are military lawyers who provide legal services to the Navy and Marine Corps handling a wide range of duties such as prosecuting or defending cases in courts martial, military trials, advising on military law and regulations, conducting investigations, and offering counsel on operational matters like rules of engagement or international law.
Okay.
Are we breaking, Geneva Convention shit here or whatever?
Is that an acronym, or is it just?
Yeah, JAG is
be, right?
judges. What is it? Judges legal. Yeah, Judge Advocate Generals. That's what they are. Okay. JAGs. Yeah. Judge Advocate General.
And is that where Jagoff comes from?
Fucking Jagoff. I think that's from lazy people who don't like to use hard consonants.
Yeah. Or just say the word jack off in public.
Yeah, well, it's so much easier to roll the G into off than it is the CK. So his commander called him, quote, an exceptional officer, detail-oriented to the point of obsession, never missed anything.
Real good at it.
Which is what you want in a lawyer, I would think.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. He gets married in 2009.
Good for him.
To a woman named Heather. Now, Heather has a medical condition that makes conception hard. Very difficult for them.
Okay.
They want to have kids and they try to have kids. They they try to have kids at first and they find out she has some kind of problem. They underwent a bunch of testing, but she chose not to pursue fertility treatments, so they ended up having no kids. She didn't want to do the fertility treatments.
Oh, no.
Apparently. So he continues in the Navy. He completes 2 tours in Iraq.
Nice.
Got decorations we'll talk about later. Then he's going to serve in Italy for a few years.
Really?
Yeah, because we have bases there.
We got big operations happening there?
Yeah, we've had since World War II. I mean,
yeah. All right.
Once we kicked the Germans out, we were like, we're never leaving. What are you kidding me?
Also, get us that DiCecco. It's awesome.
And the Italians are happy because they were thrilled that to kick the Germans out. Yeah. So anyway, he serves for several years there as a prosecutor. Before then providing legal counsel to senior officers at the Pentagon. So he's doing some high-level shit here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some very interesting shit. Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a smarter, better way to shop with Stitch Fix.
StitchFix.com.
Absolutely, because let's all be real here. Shopping, not as fun as it sounds. It's not.
Terrible.
It's not as easy or as fun, especially for us. We don't know what we're doing out there, so it's difficult. And you think sometimes you'd wish, could someone just tell me what to wear? We say that all the time. I wish someone would just tell me what to wear. Just dress me. I don't care anymore. Because we do it, I'm telling you. So we're busy to shop and go out, but we want to look good. We have to go out in front of people on stage. That's why we love Stitch Fix. Your stylist sends you clothes that fit your vibe, body, and budget. Shopping without the hassles. Sign me up for that. That's what this is. Here's how Stitch Fix works. You take a quick style quiz, share your size, style, and budget, and get matched with a real human stylist, not an AI thing. Yeah. Real human who's going to get what you're doing, understand your vibe, and I like this. It's really cool. I like working with the stylist. Yeah, they send personalized pieces that I've actually been able to wear and I enjoy and like. And I'm tall, so it's weird with sizes, and they figure it out. It's no risk at all style. Get a personalized fix box straight to your door and try it on all in the comfort of your own home. Plus, shipping and returns are always free, so there's no subscription required. Plus, get a free try-on for your first fix. Get started today at stitchfix.com/STM to get $20 off your first order, and they'll waive your styling fee. That's stitchfix.com/STM.
Now back to the show.
Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a better way to chill with Soul.
GetSoul.com.
Absolutely. I like this Soul. I like it a lot. I like the out-of-office gummies. I like the drinks. They're really good. Excellent. Want a good way to get some sleep, too. They'll relax you, these gummies. It's excellent. You're struggling to switch it off at night like I am.
It's not easy.
It's hard. Soul's out-of-office gummies help me relax, help Jimmy relax, too. You quiet your thoughts down and fall asleep naturally. Just the right balance of CBD and THC to ease you into a restful night. Soul is a wellness brand that believes feeling good should be fun and easy. Soul specializes in delicious hemp-derived THC and CBD products designed to boost your mood and help you unwind. Their best-selling out-of-office gummies were designed to provide a mild, relaxing buzz boost your mood, and enhance creativity and relaxation. I like taking these while I'm putting shows together. It's good stuff. With 5 different strengths, you can tailor the dose to fit your vibe, from a gentle 1.5 milligram microdose to the one I like, their newest 15 milligram gummy, for a more elevated experience. I love it so much. Soul also has a variety of products specifically designed to help you get a better night's rest, including their top-selling Sleepy Gummies, a fan favorite for deep, restorative sleep, and a favorite of mine, too. With wellness at the forefront, you can feel good about what you're putting into your body. All of Soul's products are made from organically farmed, USA-grown hemp and are vegan, gluten-free, low in sugar, and federally legal. Bring on the good vibes and treat yourself to Soul today. Right now, Soul is offering our audience 30% off your entire order. Go to getsoul.com and use the code SmallTownMurder. That's getsoul.com, promo code SmallTownMurder for 30% off.
Now back to the show.
Then he was prosecuting people in Sicily after that. Oh. And he goes back to Sicily and is prosecuting people. He said, quote, mainly sexual assaults. You know those Italians.
There's a lot of them.
always groping it. You know what I mean?
Why is he the prosecutor?
I don't know.
Is he an Italian citizen? Can he do that?
You go ahead and prosecute these pervert Italians. No, I think it's the naval people that are doing this. It's not.
Yeah, and I'm told there's a lot of those.
Yeah. He said that's the most common crime at court-martial level is sexual assault. Yeah. Well, think about it.
We gotta fix that.
Absolutely.
God damn.
It's like camp for 18-year-olds when it comes to that. Like,
and
there's
older
so many people, and older sometimes
such
too.
Fuck ups, yeah.
So he earns decorations here. He does his 2 tours in Iraq. He is a lieutenant commander. He rises too. I think so. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds impressive. If I told you I was a lieutenant commander, you'd go, wow, holy shit, how'd you do that?
You're a commander of anything. I'm impressed.
That's not bad. Even Cobra Commander. That's pretty impressive. It's not bad. Yeah, whatever. He earns a Meritorious Service Medal, a Joint Service Commendation Medal, a Navy Marine Corps Commendation Medal. He got 2 of those. Wow. And a Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medal. He got 2 of those. Wow. Him and Heather here, as he gets back into civilian life around 2015-ish here. They have a nice house that they bought together. I'll show it to you right here.
Let's have a look, see. That is a nice house that they bought together.
Pretty brick house right there. It's very nice.
Lower level, that's classy. Yeah.
Not bad. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,023 square foot house on 0.51 acres. So roomy, leafy, looks very nice. Trees around you. It's at 3805 Adrian Drive in Alexandria, Virginia.
Very nice.
So that's where he's going to be. That's in 2015. He's at the Pentagon. So he lives in Alexandria, in Virginia. He's at the International and Operational Law Division. You know, our old jobs.
I don't know how he did all this. This is impressive. Where'd he come from? Fucking New Hampshire?
Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. First, then small town in New Hampshire. So, he's making good, you know.
Wow.
He was managing agreements made with navies worldwide. So, like international agreements of where your water ends and where ours begins, and fishing rights and all that shit's all mixed in.
Don't fuck with those people, they won't fuck with you, that kind of thing.
All of that stuff is mixed in. He's also working on cybersecurity. He's doing great, really doing great. He ends up getting out of the military after, I believe, almost 10 years about.
He's an officer,
he works briefly as a civilian for the Navy.
Okay.
And then he says that he got a job with a company called Apis Limited, APIS, which is a software company that's very mysterious, nebulous. So
I don't know what they do.
But a guy like him, when he tells people that, they're just like, oh, well, you're like a national security guy, so I'm sure it's some top-level shit that we can't know about, some secret shit, you know what I mean?
Probably also another fucking acronym.
And another acronym, well, no, actually, APIS, we'll find out what it means later when he tells us later. It's funny.
Oh.
Okay, so he gets divorced here from Heather.
Not having it.
I guess, according to him, it was due to the fact that they didn't have any children and there was fertility issues, and he claimed she didn't want to really work on it, so he said he wants to have a family, and that's
he wants the kids.
That's why. Yeah, he's saying he wants the kids, and he's saying she's unwilling to do anything.
Yeah.
He also said she's been having an affair for a long time. Now, later on, she will testify under oath that she never had an affair. So
really,
we don't know how true it is either way.
So this is just maybe some
sour grapes.
Yeah, sour grapes. You could just
pissy
paranoia.
Tangerines, whatever you want to call them. I don't know.
Yeah. There's paranoia in general. Just thinking that she's doing something that she's not. Maybe.
Maybe he's a suspicious guy. He's a prosecutor. You know what I mean? Maybe
that's his job. Yeah,
awfully
maybe
suspicious.
Bleeds over into the house. Sure.
So they have a divorce settlement now. During these court hearings and divorce hearings, he says that he has millions of dollars. We'll find out exactly how many. And they agree to a divorce settlement that requires him to pay Heather $1.5 million.
At the lump sum?
I don't know if
1.
it's lump sum, but it's 1.5 he owes her. Now, he gets to keep the house that we talked about there.
That's not a $1.5 million house.
No, right now it's worth about $750,000. It's about half of that.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you factor, back then it wasn't that much. It wasn't worth that much. But still,
what years did they get divorced?
2016. So it wasn't worth that much.
Yeah.
But still, you figure
a good hunk
if
of
it was
change.
$500,000, then that's it's
Still
really $1 million he's
$250
given her.
And
he
a
gets
million.
a house.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of how it works. He kind of bought the house and.
For way overpriced.
Yeah, a little bit. Now, the problem is he doesn't really have $1.5 million, even though he said he has tens of millions of dollars.
Why would he do that?
This is interesting. So the Navy starts asking questions about his finances because basically, if you're in the military, you're like under their thumb. And if you do anything nefarious, they look into you. So like even if you're not paying off your wife or something, the Navy will like investigate you.
Yeah, you represent us, and if you look like a piece of shit, then we all look like pieces of shit.
Yeah, so they start asking some questions. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but he claims that the day after the divorce is final, Heather got remarried.
Oh, then
he says
he had to pay her a lump sum.
He says that she was the agreement has nothing to do with her remarrying. He owes her $1.5 million. She could have 7 husbands. She could be Liz Taylor. It doesn't matter.
It has nothing to do with
million.
alimony. Okay.
No, it's not alimony.
It's just a separation.
It's a settlement. Right. So it's a different thing. It's like a division of assets type of deal.
Yeah.
So he claims that she married her affair participant. So we don't know, though. Now, 3 weeks after the divorce, Nick meets another lady.
Yeah.
He meets Mindy with an I.
Yeah.
Mindy Ruth Mebane, Mebane. She's born same time as him, about 82. They're same age. Now, they meet on OkCupid.
Oh, boy.
Which, by the way, sounds like you're trying to, like, get Cupid to shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, Cupid. Okay, Cupid. You know, it's like a very...
Or just like, fine.
That's what I mean.
It literally is, come over here and settle.
Cupid. Yeah. Okay, Cupid. I'll just go out with that one. Fine.
I'll lower my standards, and they'll lower theirs. Fine.
Fine. We're all going to go down a couple of notches, but maybe not. Maybe you find great people on there. I've never been on there. I have no idea. It just sounds, just the name of it, nothing else. So now, Mindy, she's from a very close-knit family. She's the eldest of 3 siblings. Her parents are Frank the Third, and Betsy. Those are her mom and dad. And her brothers are Frank the Fourth.
Of course there is.
Of course there is.
You don't have a third and then stop there.
No, if you have a third, it's going.
We've been working on this since 1901.
Unless you say it stops now. No more. No more of this Frank shit. So now they are from North Carolina originally, but they travel around. The parents have some ties to New Orleans. It's one of those things. Now, Frank was a minister in North Carolina.
Nice.
So he is known for close family, discipline, and, quote, faith-based perspective.
Oh, boy.
So she comes from a very religious,
strict upbringing.
Dad's a minister. I mean, you know, there you go. Just like in the Navy, you can't be fucking off. It reflects badly. It's the same thing if you're a minister.
Yeah. Unless it's dusk till dawn and Harvey Keitel's just throwing the F word around all willy-nilly.
Yeah,
That was crazy, by the way.
That was not the craziest part of the movie.
No. I don't know. To me, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, it's Harvey Keitel. He can't help it. That's
It's just wild that he's like a minister, but he's just like saying fuck every 7 seconds.
I feel like if Harvey Keitel had a child, it would come out and he'd be like, holy shit.
What the fuck is this place?
Look at this fucking baby. Look at him. There's a baby. It's right here. He's fucking beautiful.
It's just so crazy. And his kids, too. They're just like the least, I don't know. Both of them are saying just crazy shit.
Yeah.
Are you guys really raised by a minister? This is wild.
No, is the answer. Maybe.
Yeah.
So Mindy, again, she is big into education as well. She went for college with a focus on public service. She got a bachelor's of arts from Armstrong State University, which I guess is now folded into Georgia Southern University. They've combined universities. Then she got a master of arts in public and international affairs from Virginia Tech.
Well, this is a great couple.
Yeah, Jesus, if you're those kids, if you're their kids, you're doing your goddamn homework, period.
And she's our age and went to Va Tech.
Yeah.
Yikes. She went there during a really wild time, right?
I don't know. She was rooting for Michael Vick, I think.
No, but would she have been there then?
Yeah,
he did go there.
Yeah, he did go there. Yeah.
I don't know
it
if
was around then.
I'm just thinking of like the time that's when the shooting happened, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. Right around there.
During our college time years, was it? I don't know.
I don't remember. Who knows? Completely irrelevant.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not get into shootings. I don't remember when. I think that was like 2009 or something.
Oh, was it that late?
I thought it was later, but
so
who knows?
She may have missed it. That's good.
Now, her former professor, that they missed her. I know that because she's fine in 2016.
She's all right. She's doing fine.
Yeah. Her former professor called her, said she was, quote, one of those special students you wish you could have a whole classroom full of. Always such a happy person.
Love that.
That's great. So her career begins as a legal secretary in the corporate sector, and a legal secretary is not the same as a secretary. No, they have to, they put together.
They got to know case law and shit.
They put together the actual forms and the actual stuff. So the
lawyer just goes,
they know a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
And
put together
about it.
Yeah, I'll give you the points and you got to actually put it in the language and do all that shit. And then she transitions into the nonprofit sector.
Okay.
Where she wanted to be in like social work anyway and do good for things. She was one of those people. Wow. She wants to do good and help people basically. So she transfers over to a nonprofit area of business here. Now, they had their first date at the Black Wall Hitch restaurant in Alexandria, Virginia. The Black Wall Hitch.
Well, that doesn't make
romantic.
Those are 3 words that mean something.
Yeah.
Not together.
Black Wall is 1 word. Black Wall Hitch.
Oh.
I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like it's got delicious food, but maybe it does.
It's Iceberg Slim. It's what was the place in Pulp Fiction? It's like that. It just doesn't. The words don't make any sense together.
We will do. Maybe we'll find that for your stupid opinion. See if it's still open.
Oh,
Black Wall Hitch. Maybe we'll see if it's still open.
All right.
So in the summer of 2016, this is when shit starts to get weird for Nick here.
Okay.
His name appears in a Washington Post article that gets widely circulated and clipped and shown and talked about here.
Here's a man that agreed to pay crazy amounts of money to a woman and doesn't even have a dime.
Well, yeah. Well, he said he had so much, so
what?
So then she said $1.5 million. So he had to say like, no problem. Of course. Yeah, that's easy.
What the fuck?
I get the house though, So the Washington Post article is about a Marine court-martial involving classified information. Mm-hmm. Nick had written a legal memo quoted in the piece.
Oh.
So his name's out there. He later on called it the perfect storm for press attention. Couple months before the 2016 election, emails, classifications, all the hot topics.
Oh, shit.
So anything with those keywords in it.
Yeah. His article pops up.
It's going to be a big fucking story.
Ouch.
It's going to hit a lot of search parameters here. So the Washington Post article, I'll read from it. It says, quote, the documents filed Tuesday in a lawsuit by Bresler against the Navy Department and Marine Corps also showed that Marine and Navy officials in Afghanistan were aware in 2012 of allegations of abuse against children by the Afghan police chief but that the chief was allowed to keep his position in Helmand province anyway. This became a major issue after a teenage boy who worked for the chief and allegedly was abused by him opened fire on a U.S. base on August 10th, 2012. I remember this.
In retribution of this? Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Killing 3 Marines and badly wounding a 4th. The 5-page legal review written last October by Lieutenant Commander Nicholas Cassotis.
Oh, Nick.
For Vice Admiral James W. Crawford III. That is that's a handle. Yeah. Vice Admiral James W. Crawford III. You have all of the titles there.
That's a man.
The shit on his desk, his nameplate is so long.
Buying airplane tickets for that man is a nightmare.
Oh, it's a nightmare. It's so much. What's his title? Vice Admiral.
Suffix.
I see Mrs. I don't see Vice Admiral. The Judge Advocate General of the Navy recommended that the Marine Corps actions against Bresler be upheld, calling for a new administrative review known as a Board of Inquiry would delay actions in the case another 6 to 9 months and possibly increase attention on the case, especially in the aftermath of significant media attention to the allegations regarding the practice of keeping personal sex slaves in Afghanistan.
Oh, what?
Cassotis wrote. Yeah, that's part of yeah. That's a big thing they have.
That's a thing?
Yes. That's a big thing.
We don't have to get into it.
No, I won't get into it.
Unbelievable.
But that's a big thing. It's boys too. It's young boys.
I gotta read more. I think.
Yeah,
this is terrible.
It's a big.
Maybe
deal
I don't.
There.
I'm gonna
you know
remain.
What? Keep yourself blissfully ignorant. You live your life like an internet salad episode, where it's just.
Oh, that's political. Fuck that article.
Yeah, fuck that. And you go, oh, what did Katy Perry do? Yeah, that's dumb. Sure. Whatever.
What's the lawsuit status with Baldoni?
Yeah, there you go. That matters only to 3 people, and that's good.
Yeah.
You know, like something that's not, it's not affecting. No matter what happened, it's not affecting the rest of the world. So
they all have way too much money for that to be affecting them anyway. They're so stupid to keep that shit going.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know anything about that. I haven't read about it. So I don't really, no opinion there. So October 9th, 2016, he is married again. Nick does here.
Okay.
He is going to marry Mindy. I married Mindy at Morven Park in Leesburg, Virginia. That's what he did there. So they initially live with her family, including at her brother Frank's home, and later at a bungalow in Savannah, Georgia that they share with the parents. So multiple locations they end up living with the family, her family, because they're real close, basically.
Sharing a bungalow does not feel like you have your own space. Bungalow implies single couple space.
There'll be like a series of Airbnbs. Yeah, bungalow is a cute word for a small house.
Yeah.
Of a certain shape, but it's small.
Bungalow is short for apartment that may or may not be attached to others.
Yeah, you don't hear a lot about 4,000 square foot bungalows usually.
No, bungalow implies I'm trying to act like I've made it.
Yeah. So Nick says he has, at this point, he tells his wife and everybody else, and has financial documents to back it up, that he has $32 million.
Oh, my God. Why does he do this?
Well, he has financial docs. He said, I have $32 million. Now, he still hasn't paid Heather a fucking dime of her $1.5 million.
Okay.
She would like her money, by the way.
So he's got 30 and a half.
That's exactly. So now Nick is since that article came out, there's been some weird stuff happening that we'll get into. But I guess Nick has all sorts of stories of I'm under threat, I'm under attack, and this makes Mindy very scared of everything.
Yeah.
She gets to the point where she rarely will leave the house.
Okay.
She holes up in the house all the time, doesn't work, just stays inside, and will only communicate via an encrypted app like Signal. That's the one she uses most.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. She's living like an Afghani warlord, basically, like on the run from a drone attack or some shit. That's how she's living. Mindy's mother, Betsy, said later, at first, everything seemed wonderful. Mm-hmm. Nick was charming, attentive. He treated Mindy like a princess. Then things started happening. Things started happening. So let's talk about those things. By the way, Betsy, like I said, is Mindy's mom, deeply involved in Mindy's life, too. Really? Absolutely. Betsy is going to live with them at certain times. Betsy and Frank III will live there at certain times. And she says she witnessed that they were scared and they end up being very nomadic. She heard Nicholas's stories of the threats and, saw that they only communicated via encrypted apps and that Mindy rarely left the house. So the things that are happening here, by the way, this is at 38, the house that he shared with Heather is his house. So this is where they're living at this point.
Too, that brick house.
Yeah. Now, one of the things is bank accounts mysteriously being drained, he said. He'd have money in an account, he'd look at it, the money's gone.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. He said Mindy was very actively watching. This is a quote from Nick. Mindy was very actively watching all of our spending because she wanted to make sure we were in the best position financially. He said we were discussing my departure from active duty. We were discussing, starting a family, several things.
We got $30 million. We're fine.
$30 million. They're talking their next stage in life is what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Essentially, what are we going to, family, where are we going to live, where are we going to move?
You shouldn't even have to budget, and your kids will never work.
No, probably not. But still, he wants to make sure they're in a good financial position.
Okay.
You could lose everything quick. It happens.
Sure. Yeah.
She started noticing odd deductions from our accounts that they weren't tied to anything we were doing, he says. He said sometimes they, the ones she showed me, they didn't even have transaction numbers. There's just be money gone, which I don't know how a bank just.
I didn't know they would do that.
It did the computer disappeared it. He's basically saying. He said it would say something like payment, and hundreds of dollars would go missing. At the time, we thought it was just an error with our bank. We were banking with USAA, which is the Veterans Bank.
Right. Yeah.
At the time, and thought that we thought it was just some sort of bank error that would be easily resolved.
Well, when you have $30 million in the bank, sometimes the bank just charges you $200 to keep it.
They'll fuck it up. You call them on it.
That's why you don't want to get rich.
They'll take care of it though. More money, more problems, I think is the thing here.
That's what they said.
That's right. They said, did you take that up with your bank? He was asked, USAA, and he said, Mindy did. He said, I was at this time both working full-time in the Pentagon, looking for jobs, and I was still taking that LLM at night. That's the Georgetown deal.
Yeah.
So he says, so I was kind of burning the candle at both ends. But she was taking care of our money, and Mindy was not working at this time, so she was in charge of that. Now, there's also some familial arguments, which is going to happen when you have a bunch of adults. Well, when you have a bunch of adults that aren't having sex living in a house together, they're going to fight.
Yes, in a bungalow.
You can't live with people you're not fucking. You just can't.
No.
You can't, unless you're blood related to them, and he's not. So there's fighting.
Right. Yeah.
So he said, we'd been having some kind of, I'll say, familial arguments. That's the way he puts it.
All right.
He said, Mindy, it started with Mindy and my brother Chris, kind of evolved over time to include all of our parents. It was, at that time, I believed it to be kind of normal marital, a new wife, somebody that they didn't know very well, and that, these were kind of growing pains that we were kind of going through. It's a new couple, and they got married within a year of knowing each other, so
that's
they don't know each other that well. And
they met on an app.
You met on an app, so there's going to be some bumps to work out, and you got to smooth them. Yeah, you never know. So, there's always a degree of, and even the app things we've talked about, it sometimes works out great for people.
Sure.
There is some level of fantasy involved in it, though.
Yeah, and withholding of information.
That's what I mean. Well,
to maintain the fantasy.
You build an aura around a person, and then there's a lot of times you're disappointed when you meet, but you don't want to admit that because then you wasted all this time, so you're going to give it a chance, and the next thing you know, you're married and arguing with someone's brother. You know what I mean? That's what happens.
There's 2 children and a lot of money out the window.
Yeah. He said that, we had some arguments, but more often it was between Mindy and my brother Chris. He said sometime in late 2017, we'd seen a kind of brief reprieve where we thought things had, that our bank had fixed the issues, that things were no longer going wrong. And suddenly it kind of restarted with, a lot more than it had before. And we also started seeing vandalism at our house.
Oh, so we've got money just disappearing every now and again, and our house is getting vandalized.
And Andy said I would sometimes get anonymous emails stating, that I was going to be hurt or killed. So he's getting threats, random drains from the bank account, vandalism at the house. And all of this, he thinks, is based on that article that he wrote. Someone's mad at him for that.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So the article he was quoted in, the report he wrote.
Right.
So he said also our mail would go missing, things of that nature. Nails in our tires, broken windows, things of that nature. I mean, we wouldn't even move our cars some days, and we'd have a new tire and a new hole in the tire.
Oh.
So he's saying there's just constantly new. So it's not like they're rolling over nails. The car's in one place and there's a nail in the tire.
They put a new tire on the car and it has a nail in it already.
Someone's hammering nails into it. Yeah. He said also the anonymous death threats and all that. He said, I reported all of this to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So he goes to the FBI with this shit. He said on their website somewhere they had a, report a crime thing.
Yeah.
So he said that's where he went. I filed a complaint there, and I believe Mindy also filed a complaint there. This is when he was living at the house, the house that he had with Heather at first. He said the mail, my understanding, was a federal crime as well as my banking issues. So he said
both seem bad. Yeah.
He said that's why I didn't go to the local police, because they said, did you go to local police? And he said no, because these are federal issues, and I work in the federal government, so I just assumed you go to the FBI with mail issues, because that's not a local police issue, it's a federal thing.
Yeah, but you start with the guy that's right there, right?
Well, he said no, because he said if I contacted the local police, it would have just been a waste of time in a police report, and they would have said you have to contact federal authorities, or they would have just contacted federal authorities. So he said, I'm going right to them,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know if that's what I would do, but I'd probably start with getting a cop doing a report.
Yeah.
See if he wants to run it up the flagpole.
Have him send it up there.
That's what I mean.
He's probably got better email than you do.
Yeah, you're just going to the report a crime fucking thing on their website. That's not that doesn't seem like it's all.
There's still an officer that interprets that to decipher whether or not there's a crime.
Yeah, what about nails in the tires and broken windows and shit? That's as local police as you get. Yeah, that's perfect for local
the
cops.
feds aren't coming to save you if something happens. You don't call them.
Well,
what is that number?
A little different in this case.
832 or what is that? What do you call there?
Come to my house and get my fucking stolen mail.
Yeah,
number,
is there a
1-800
number for that? What is that?
Oh, man. He said that since they all seemed, I imagine that they were connected, meaning the vandalism, the money, the emails, everything. He said, I did not think local law enforcement would accomplish anything but a police report. I contacted, or I tried to contact, a former colleague who worked with the Department of Justice. So that's where he's trying to work. He's trying to use his connections here.
Okay.
He said, I hoped that it would get us out of the, the bin of everybody's complaints and get a bit more attention into the general complaints hopper. He said, I wasn't sure if I had managed to contact him just because of his job. He keeps a very low profile. How do you not know if you're able to, I guess if you send it to an old email address or something, you don't know if he's still attached to it. He said, but several days later, I got a call at work. And this is when I was working as a civilian at the Board for Correction of Naval Records. And Mindy said that an FBI agent had come to the house.
Oh.
So, that's what I mean. They're coming right over, running right to the house.
Yeah.
Now, this FBI agent is Agent Jim McIntyre.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he contacts them with warnings. He's saying, look, I looked into this.
Yeah.
Whatever.
This is bad. Yeah.
He shows up. He says they're in danger from overseas hackers targeting military members.
Overseas hackers are flattening tires now?
They're coming. Dude, think about it. The operation's huge, okay? You can have a computer in Turkmenistan. It doesn't matter, and you can hack into stuff. But then they got to send a guy over here with a hammer and actually go to Ace Hardware. and fucking bang it in there. So that's a network. You don't want to mess with them. They got it all. So he said Nick reports it to their FBI. He had reported it to the FBI, and this is just a few days later. Here's this guy.
Yeah.
So Nick said, Mindy said an FBI agent had come to the house. His name was Jim McIntyre. He was very thorough, very professional. He wanted copies of everything, the emails, the bank records. Mindy said he took it very seriously.
Yeah.
So, and they said that, what's going on here? Overseas hackers, did they that's what they're doing. These terrorists are getting local 14-year-olds in their cells. Yeah. They're want to make some money for some vandalism. That's what they're doing.
Head over there and steal that guy's water bill.
Do it. Come on. We totally need it. It's huge. I really want to get his money mailer that he's got there, those coupons. If you get a bunch of them, you can stack them, and then you can save some big money.
I need the flyers about oil changes.
I have to have it. I need another Sephora catalog, please.
From a car dealership he bought a car at 8 years ago.
Oh, man. So she said that he was there in regards to what was happening and that he'd be returning in the near future. He was just gathering info here. So Jim comes back.
Okay.
Pretty soon after.
He's got the info.
Absolutely. And Nick said, quote, he came to the house. I believe he had called to schedule it to make sure that I was going to be home at the time because he wasn't there the first time. Yeah. Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you about a new series on Prime Video coming out right now on October 22nd.
Oh, it's Harlan Coben's Lazarus.
Absolutely best-selling mystery writer Harlan Coben returns to television with a twisted tale of lies, murder, and long-buried family secrets. Harlan Coben's written 37 novels, and they're all this, when you get to the last page, it happens type of thing. And it's really cool. He's a great author, and you really want to see this. Harlan Coben's Lazarus stars Sam Claflin and Bill Nye. He's the older actor. You've seen him in a ton of stuff. He's a really great actor. Premieres October 22nd, only on Prime Video. It looks like tons of death and killings and mayhem and all sorts of stuff going on. You want some blood? This is the place to get it. Harlan Coben's Lazarus. You should definitely check this out. It looks really cool. It looks really exciting, and it looks like something that you're going to have to watch till the end. Can't wait. Don't miss Harlan Coben's Lazarus, streaming October 22nd, only on Prime Video.
Now back to the show.
This show, Small Town Murder, is brought to you by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.com.
You know it. October 10th is World Mental Health Day, and this year we're here to say thank you to the therapists that have helped us all for all this time. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Millions of stories, millions of journeys. Behind every one, there's a therapist who showed up, they listened, and helped someone take a step forward. It's a really big deal. There's little moments in therapy that are huge. Huge moments, breakthroughs, just having a place to cry, a little tiny win, something you've overcome. It can change your life. And World Mental Health Day, BetterHelp this year is honoring those connections and the therapists who make them possible while showing how easy it is to get guidance from a licensed therapist online with BetterHelp. And so getting therapy can really take you to the next step and give you the tools that you need. And they have it here. BetterHelp has it locked down. Quality therapists. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy, but a short questionnaire helps them identify your needs and preferences, and all of their 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means they usually get it right the first time. But if they don't and you're not happy, you switch therapists at any time. No additional cost. It's amazing. And with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works, too. They have an average rating of over 4.9 out of 5 stars for live sessions, based over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/smalltownmurder. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to give you a better way to dress with Quince.
Quince.com, QUINCE.com.
Oh yeah, we love Quince, and as the
do.
weather's starting to cool off, you got to start swapping out your clothes here.
Oh yeah, you do.
No more summer stuff, put the shorts away, get yourself some fall gear. You need warm, durable, built-to-last things, and Quince delivers every time with wardrobe staples that'll carry you through the season. Quince has the kind of fall staples you'll actually want to wear over and over again, like 100% Mongolian cashmere from just $60. That's a great deal. Classic fit denim and real leather and wool outerwear that looks sharp and holds up. I'm telling you, I got this leather jacket that I got in the spring, and I'm dying to wear it from Quince, and I haven't been able to wear it because it's been warm, so I'm looking forward. I think Seattle live show, break it out there for that. Yeah. Good stuff, man. I'm telling you. I got my eye on their suede trucker jacket. That's pretty cool, too. It's perfect for layering and just looks really casual but put together. It's cool stuff. By partnering directly with ethical factories and top artisans, Quince cuts out the middlemen to deliver premium quality at half the cost of similar brands, including Jimmy's linen outfit that he has there. It's awesome stuff. Layer up this fall with pieces that feel as good as they look. Go to quince.com/smalltownmurder for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too. That's QUINCE.com/smalltownmurder. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
He seemed very thorough and very professional. He wanted to know everything that happened. He wanted specific issues with the banks. I believe we printed out and had screenshots of the charges that showed what had been going on, and we provided all of that to him. And he said that it was something he took very seriously and that he would be investigating it. He said, I didn't verify who he was because he's just an FBI guy who was helping us.
It's Jimmy Mack.
And he said, Mindy said that she had seen his badge when he first came to the door. She told me at the time she'd seen a badge, so I never had any reason to doubt he was who he said he was. You know, he's Jim McIntyre, FBI agent. It didn't cross my mind that someone could have shown up at my house at that time that wasn't with the FBI. How would they know to come here? How would they know to contact me?
Yeah.
I contacted the FBI.
Okay.
He said that, I thought that we were very lucky at that time that someone was looking into this.
Yeah.
He said, I had, as this was going on, I read multiple news reports of people who'd undergone cyber stalking and cyber crimes. And often it seemed like their big battle was getting someone to believe what was going on, getting law enforcement to take it seriously, and getting law enforcement who had the jurisdiction over the crimes to take it seriously.
Look, we're an hour into this. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, that's...
What the fuck is going on?
It'll come together.
All right.
He said, so I thought we were really lucky. Over the coming weeks or months, he advised us that he believed that this Washington Post article had gotten me some attention and that I was from overseas, a hacking group of some sort that was targeting military members. He said that we should relax somewhat because he believed that the local vandalism and things of that nature were likely something they were paying kids to do or something of that nature. So he said he told us we were not in any real danger at that moment.
They're so sophisticated they can take money from your account without transaction numbers or anything.
Yeah. They know how to.
But so unsophisticated that they've got 12-year-olds flattening your tires.
Yeah, they just hire Caden from down the street. He comes over and hammers one of his dad's fucking masonry nails into your tire. That's excellent.
This is what a story already.
So he said that it was meant to be harassing us and that, he was continuing to investigate, meaning this is just to show him he's done wrong and so he doesn't do any more. It's not that they're not going to hurt him at this point, anything. So at that point, Nick says Jim got him a job.
Oh.
Yeah, Jim hooked him up. He said that at that point I was being employed by a software company that he had connected me to, that Jim McIntyre connected me to. He said that it had several name changes over the years, but that I worked there. He said the ending name was Apis, A-P-I-S, Apis Limited, which I believe is the Latin word for bee or something like that, like a bumblebee or a honeybee.
Okay.
He said that I believed that he's helping us helping me because of our situation. And we were both in the federal government and all that. He's probably an ex-military guy.
So he certainly exists.
Yeah. He said that I was an attorney, kind of general counsel role, though it carried a lot of other stuff with it at this Apis company. He said sometimes I would be called on to help look through data and records that were being generated by the software. He said the nature of their business was AI software development, which obviously very big in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
He said basically using artificial intelligence software to analyze data and find connections between it. So he said, and as I had talked to Jim, I was hoping to find something that would allow me to work from home, because despite his reassurances that we did not think that he didn't think we were in real danger, I felt very uncomfortable leaving Mindy home alone. What if something happens? What if they come for her? What if a bunch of guys in, masks and shit repel from the ceiling? What are we supposed to do then?
I mean, that's a far cry from slashing tires and stealing water bills.
Nails and tires goes right into complete
Is that linear?
Navy SEAL operations. The killing of bin Laden, it turns into in no time. How do you think
inflatable boats with outboards on them?
How do you think they train SEAL Team 6? They give them nails and hammers and things like that, and they go, now go get these people. We'll see how you do there.
Don't get caught stealing this fucking penny saver.
If you do this, then we'll send you to hunt for international terrorists and break into their compounds.
If you can come back with local pizza restaurant BOGOs, we'll get you.
We'll get it. If you can come back with at least 5 Chinese food menus, we're in. Different restaurants, though, not from the same one. I know.
And a window replacement deal. That's the deal.
Oh, windshield replacement. Absolutely. So he said we had suffered also a very serious car accident around that time. Mm-hmm. And he said she had a lot of health issues following that. And, leaving my frail wife at home by herself when we were undergoing this was something that really bothered me. So Jim's solution was, I think you might be right. I think there's more danger here than we initially suspected. You guys need to go underground.
Okay.
You need to disappear. And from now on, they're just going to be like moving from like safe house to safe house, basically.
Wow.
And as we'll find out, sometimes it comes on an hour's notice.
Okay.
Jim will call him and say, pack your shit. You got to be gone in an hour. I'm going to be there in an hour. Someone's going to be there.
They're on their way.
My people are going to be there to get you and move you.
We picked up a signal chat stating they're on their way to your home now.
From an Afghani warlord in a cave. He sent out a signal.
There's a guy landing in 12 minutes from
Watch
Afghanistan.
Out. He's just sitting in there in coach with just a hammer and some nails on his lap, getting ready to get off the plane. Oh, God. So he said in May we were asked to leave our house. Mm-hmm. Now, Jim said that there were arrests being made and that there was nobody. It was a holiday weekend, so nobody could help him because they were doing operations and stuff. He said, I believe it was Memorial Day weekend, and that that he was worried that we would not be safe if we stayed there, that somebody might do something rash. So we were terrified.
Yeah.
He said, we kind of grabbed our dog and we went down to Williamsburg, Virginia.
Wow.
There we go. So he said there's a naval base right outside Williamsburg, Naval Weapons Station, Yorktown, that has little vacation cabins on it. And we kind of huddled down there for the weekend and came back thinking everything was over. Okay. He said it was not over, though. Things continued. No. He said, if anything, it picked up pace. Oh, yeah. He said the money disappearing, the issues with bank accounts, the issues with emails, mail, vandalism of our house, everything. So we were in contact with Mr. McIntyre, and he started looking for other suspects because he said we made arrests already about this, and now it's happening more. Holy shit! Did we arrest the wrong people? He said at the time it was clear that somebody else was doing this, and he was going to cast a wider net to do this.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Agent McIntyre needs to control. He needs to have control of their stuff so he can move stuff around to keep them safe, essentially.
Okay.
You don't know how to keep your movements from being tracked, and I do.
I know it. Yeah.
I know it.
Jimmy
So,
Mac. Yeah.
absolutely. He said that there was a large sale or licensing agreement that was completed at some point by his company, by Apis. Now, he says he was not getting paid by this company, not getting paid in actual money. He was getting paid in stock options.
Oh.
Like .com era shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all these startups would do. You pay you in stock options. And if the company takes off, you're going to have $100 million. And if it dies, you just worked 24 hours a day for 2 years for nothing. For absolutely nothing.
And moving services, because they're moving him constantly.
That's the other thing, too. Yeah. So he said, I was only paid in stock options. He said, and I was told that this large sum of money was being given to me. He said, I believe this is late 2018. He said, honestly, it felt like I hit the lottery. He said, it was something that I had never, ever expected. Millions of dollars. Awesome. He said, but we had real issues with getting a large chunk of money because we couldn't put a couple $100 into our account without it going missing within a matter of minutes, if not hours. So where are we going to put all this money? He said, so during that time, Jim set up a trust for us.
Great.
He said he showed us extensive documentation where it would be invested and, care would be taken of it. So Jim, in addition to being an FBI agent and a super sleuth, he's also a financial advisor.
What a banker.
This is pretty impressive. Those are very disparate skill sets, and he's got them in spades. This is pretty good.
I'm very impressed.
I am impressed. He said, it would be taken care of. It wouldn't be anything that we could touch or until it was safe to do so. So I'll hold this for you till this is all resolved. He said, and also it was, thankfully, it's something that nobody else could touch because of that same reason. So it would just be sitting there. Now, this is when they start moving and moving and moving and moving.
Oh, boy.
Over a 4 to 6 year period, they're going to move somewhere between 50 and 100 times.
What?
Yeah. This is not.
Where are they going?
Every 3 months we have to move. This is sometimes they're at a place for 3 days and they have to move. Sometimes they're there for 2 months and they have to move. You never know. And it's all over Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia.
Yeah.
Wherever Jim tells them to go, basically, they
go.
They're living in Airbnbs. Jim McIntyre controls where they live, their money. He manages the trust with this $32 million in it. That's where that comes from. Their communications also, they're only to communicate through Signal, through an encrypted app.
Okay.
No text messaging, no more of this bullshit.
Yeah.
And Jim says that he's monitoring their safety and making sure they're safe through a security team that you guys will never see because they stay back, but there's people watching.
They're around, don't worry.
They're around, yeah. So the moves follow a pattern. Jim calls, says they're compromised, gives them an hour to pack, provides a new address. They load all their shit. Those big plastic bins that you have when you move? Yeah. All their shit goes in those big plastic bins. They have all the bins ready to go. They know how to pack up and go quick, and that's it. They load them into their car, and they go. He said Jim would call him and say, you have to be out of the house in an hour. This is where you're going. This is the code to get in. Pack your things. That's it. Wow. So he says, too, that he believed that Jim was paying for all this because of the investigation.
Right.
He thought
that's
the government.
The other point. It's like, where the fuck is all this money coming from?
It's like witness protection type of deal. There's a big fund for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is, too.
Yeah, right.
It happens all the time.
It doesn't usually go to people that are being harassed via stolen mail and nails in their tire, right?
But if it's from international sources to a military guy who's being targeted because of what he did while on duty,
sure, then you get that money.
I guess you'd have to protect them
around the country.
Yeah. But they said sometimes they're there 6 weeks, sometimes they're there for 2 days. You never know. Wow. Nick's Navy friend, Cameron Nelson. Okay. The problem is it's not Jim paying for this.
No.
It's a guy named Cameron Nelson who is Nick's Navy friend. Okay, she's a woman, Cameron. Now, she initially, when they had a spot where they had no money, their bank accounts were drained, she gave him her credit card information to be able to get an Airbnb or something that was, she thought it was somewhere between $500 and $2,000 she was lending him. But over the course of a few years here, he runs up $200,000 on her card.
Whoa.
Which, to be able to imagine being able to have $200,000 in debt run up and you not even notice it. You got to
how long?
Over a couple years.
Wow.
That's insane. Now, apparently, Nick says that Jim was using this credit card because he had access to all their financial shit. That's how he had access to the credit card.
Yeah.
And so Cameron, the friend, said, I thought I was helping with 1 or 2 rentals during an emergency. I had no idea my card was being charged for everything for years.
$200,000.
Credit card. So imagine
oh my God, unsecured debt.
Put the interest rate on that too.
Yeah.
At 25%. So
yeah.
He said, I gave Jim McIntyre access to literally everything. He said, and I believe because of the investigation, I had to. That's necessary. My financials, my bank accounts, my social media, absolutely everything. And so did Mindy. So we put our life in his hands. He had access to our home. He had a spare key to our home as well as the alarm code while we lived there. He had our bank accounts, our USAA, and a couple others that we had tried to pick up to do that. He had, at this point, our mail. We had initially moved our mail to a post office because of the constant issues we'd been getting with our mail. But now he got it. You know, it would just sometimes for days we would not get any mail, and then we would get these things that slipped through that said, well, you haven't paid bills and we haven't received this. You'd get late notices and go, I never got the bill. Shortly before we left, we moved our mail to a service down in Florida that would scan it and hold on for you and hold on to it for you and let you know what it was.
Yeah.
It's called the paranoid mail recipient. That's called. What?
You got to get a filter in another state.
Yeah, send it to the people in Florida. They'll look through it and then send it to me like I'm in prison. That's crazy.
You got a collection notice from Sam Goody.
Yeah. You still owe fucking Columbia House for all those 11 CDs for 12 cents.
Free CDs that you got.
Oh, God. So he said, so he had access to that, all of our social media for both of us, anything from Reddit to Twitter to Instagram to Facebook. He had our Signal. He had us mirror our Signal accounts to personal or not personal. I thought I had professional computers of his that could monitor those conversations as well. So he had them mirror the Signal chats with him. So he's connected. He's always a invisible third. They BCC him type of deal, basically. Yeah. So 2019 comes around. Hey, remember Heather?
Yeah.
Who got $1.5 million settlement? She wants her fucking money.
Yeah. When do I get paid?
Well, she takes him to court in 2019 for this, and she said he testified under oath he had $32 million.
Yeah,
because he does. It's from the company
documented. Yeah.
So he said Mindy was withholding it from him.
Oh.
Quote, this is from Heather. The judge was furious, told him he'd be arrested if he didn't pay in a week. I've never received a penny of that $1.5 million. So he does not pay at all.
No, can't.
And he can't. Absolutely not. He can't do it. So November of 2019, right after this, the couple leaves the area. They end up in Charlottesville, Virginia. And Nick claims that he's attacked at their rental house.
Oh, no.
They're renting a house. Somebody came up and hit him with a baseball bat and kicked him in the face.
Oh.
And just ran up to him like when he ran out of his house. Didn't rob him, didn't mug him, just beat him and then ran away.
2 blasts and ran away.
That's it. Yeah. Now, luckily for Nick, Jim has investigated this beating and he has an explanation. And it's not an explanation Nick wants to hear here.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, Jim tells Nick that this beating, not only this beating, but everything that's been happening.
We found him.
Has not actually been some of the stuff anyway, all the local stuff, has not actually been the terror group attacking him, the vandalism and things of that nature. Yeah. It's actually been Nick's father, Wayne, is behind all of this.
Your dad's doing it.
Your dad, no, that's the thing. Not only is your dad doing it, he's not your biological father, I found out.
That's is a terrible day.
Terrible day. Not only is your dad not your dad, but the guy you thought was your dad is also harassing you and tormenting you. Yes. And he said that Wayne wants Nick back in their family fold because Nick's kind of gone with Mindy's family. Yeah. And that's what this is all, to try to get Nick to come back to them. And Mindy has been an obstacle, is what Jim is telling him. According to Wayne, your wife's a big obstacle in this, so they're trying to scare you into coming back in. Now, there's no police report. He didn't call the police when he got beat up by a bat. He called Jim.
Okay.
Why bother with the police? I got the FBI in speed dial here. No hospital records. It's all real hush-hush, like when Avon got shot in the wire and they had to take him to like a veterinarian to pull the bullet out. All real hush-hush, under the radar. And Mindy hears about all this, and now, after hearing this, she will not leave the house at all. She is...
Yeah, I'm terrified.
Agoraphobic now. Will not leave the house. Now, 2020 comes around. Okay. We're talking, this is peak COVID times at this point. Yeah. People are moving around. Things are real weird. Mindy's parents, Frank III and Betsy, need somewhere to stay at this point.
Right.
So they move in with Nick and Mindy, which seems like an odd choice because they're moving all around. So if you're with them...
They're targets.
Yeah, you got to be ready to move in an hour, too.
Yeah.
So, and they're bouncing around between Airbnbs all over South Carolina at this point. The parents saw all these moves, firsthand, moves with no explanation out of nowhere. We got to go. Sees how they live out of plastic bins because they need to be ready to throw everything back in the bins and go at a moment's notice. Never staying anywhere more than a few weeks, and all of that.
Plan.
Yeah. And Betsy said they were so frightened, Mindy would shake when she heard a car door slam. It turned her into a chihuahua, for Christ's sake. This is terrible. Frank III, Dad, said Nick showed us documents, bank statements showing $32 million, security reports. It's all good, but they're in this weird limbo. Now, February 2021, after COVID, the whole group, Nick, Mindy, Frank III, and Betsy, all move into Frank IV's house in Hilton Head.
Okay.
Frank.
Carolina.
Yeah, Frank IV is a police officer.
Oh,
around
genius!
there.
Yeah.
So they're going to move in with him. Not only
move with the guy with the badge and the gun.
There you go. People. It's a little more protected. So they're going to stay here for 16 months, which is the longest place they've been moving. Wow. They've moved 50 times in the last couple of years, and now they're going to stay here for
stability.
That's a lot of stability.
Yeah.
So he's still working for Apis Limited on top secret software projects. He also says that he has some other work for Microsoft that he does as well.
Oh.
And gets paid from that. He says that he's working 12 to 15 hours a day for Apis Limited, but never receives a paycheck, just gets stock options that are all managed by Jim McIntyre and put into investment portfolios and things like that. March 2022, they're in the house with the family still in Frank IV's house. Mindy announces that she is pregnant. She says she's pregnant.
Good idea? Bad idea? Who knows?
They've been trying to have a kid. Nick says that they had gotten pregnant the year before, but Mindy lost the baby.
Yeah, that's a lot of stress.
It's a lot of stress, all the moving and everything, all the bin picking up. That'll ruin it for you. So
can't be lifting.
No. So apparently March of 2022, she's pregnant. Now, Nick can't remember if he saw the pregnancy test or not.
Oh.
But he said, I'd seen other pregnancy tests from before. I'd seen negative ones. I'd seen the one that from the year before when she lost the baby. So I don't remember if I saw that one or if I'm remembering other ones, basically. Now, okay. Mindy, apparently, this is Nick's story about how things fell apart with the family at Frank IV's house.
Yeah.
He says, quote, Mindy had a large argument with her brother and then a smaller argument with her parents, and she said she didn't feel like she wanted to stay in the area anymore. Okay. Or, that's one version of how their residency ended. The second one is what Frank IV said, which is, quote, They contributed nothing. No rent, no groceries. Nick claimed Jim McIntyre controlled all their money. I finally had to file eviction papers.
Evicted him from his
from his house because they
wow
kept staying.
Yeah.
Wow. So when they were getting kicked out of here, Nick says that Jim asked us how we felt about Charleston, South Carolina. So that's where they were going. Now, Mindy's average day, Nick says on her average day, she wouldn't leave the house at all. She was terrified she'd be killed if she did. Jim told her that while he felt at this point my family was going to, wanted to get me back in the fold, so to speak, he said that's why I hadn't been killed in Charlottesville when I was assaulted. It was just a warning to come back.
Okay.
But John Gotti wouldn't fucking do that if his son wasn't talking to him. Like that's insane. He said that that they viewed Mindy as an impediment and that they'd have her killed had they had the chance, but they don't have the chance.
Sure.
So he said, I was the one who left the house. I was always terrified to leave the house, but Mindy was pregnant throughout this, and I don't know, it was my job.
Right.
I was the one who had to go brave the outside and risk being murdered. Now, June of 2022 comes around.
All right.
They're living in Savannah, Georgia at this point.
Not bad.
Nick is now a writer.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
Less money.
well, not really, as we'll find out. After the eviction, they move into 311 East 65th Street in Savannah, which is a small Airbnb bungalow, at $4,500 a month.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
what
crazy.
Is that?
Airbnb prices. It's like, not a rental price. They're not signing a year lease and paying that. Nick had just received $300,000 in actual money from Sony for a short horror story he wrote. They bought a story. Yeah. He had published it to Reddit. And they found it and contacted him and fucking bought his story.
Is that how desperate Hollywood is?
That is how desperate Hollywood is for a short horror story.
Okay.
Now, the story he sold was, quote, my mother-in-law is poisoning me, and then I found out why. That was the name of it. Okay, the plot is a mother-in-law makes her daughter-in-law sick to protect her from her murderous husband who plans to kill her for insurance money. The mother-in-law is the hero who's poisoning this girl.
Okay.
So, yeah. Anyway, July 27th, 2022, Nick buys a 2022 Ford Explorer with cash.
Okay.
$46,000 in cash.
Yeah, it's an expensive car.
Yeah. Now, by the way, Mindy will not leave the house, but she's pregnant. So how's she get prenatal care is the question.
Great question, yeah.
He says that a doctor with a black bag came to the house 12 times.
Yeah.
But somehow always when her parents weren't home.
Oh?
They always just missed the doctor, which is interesting. He did tell the parents there's a due date in January and the baby's a girl.
We already know.
Yeah,
he brought the ultrasound in his bag.
Yeah, he had the whole machine in a black bag ready to roll. Isn't that nice?
Jerry Arbach just popped through.
He just popped through like he's fixing your abortion. No problem. Like he's fixing your Catskills back fucking room abortion. While a 25-year-old molests your daughter. You know how it works.
Yeah, they never explain what exactly he did. He just gave her a pill and some water and was like, you'll be on the mend in a second.
You'll be better now. Yeah.
A guy butchered her and he's like, just take some Advil.
Probably antibiotics is probably what it was. Probably had an infection.
Yeah,
That's real easy probably. But yeah.
Hilarious though.
He just gave her some Tic Tacs and told her to.
I was like, now
everything's going to be fine. September 24th, 2022. Nicholas sends a message on Twitter. He sends a message on Twitter to Samantha Kolsnick, who is an author of horror novels, including one called True Crime, which is not a true story, which is really confusing. Now, on Twitter, he sees she's selling signed books that she has, so he buys all 4 of them. Buys all 4, sends her a message we'll talk about. Now, Samantha's a horror author. She is born and based in central Pennsylvania, like he was. She's an award-winning author, filmmaker, and artist specializing in horror and dark fiction.
Right.
She wrote several novels here, and I'm going to go through them with you here. The Human Monsters, a horror anthology. She wrote Midnight from Beyond the Stars, Samantha Kolsnick, Lonesome Hearts, Lonesome Haunts, Tales from Between the Presents, Elegana, The Bad Book,
Yeah.
Orphans of Bliss, Tales of Addiction Horror. Okay, or I guess that's hers. It's under her thing. True Crime, Belith Station. She looked like she wrote with somebody else. Waif, and Worst Laid Plans. Oh, also Crimenes Reals, Homesick, and Moonflowers and Nightshade, an anthology of sapphic horror.
All right.
She also has short films. She wrote 4 short films: Mama's Boy, Friendsgiving, The Price of Bones, and I Baked Him a Cake.
Are those market value? Bones?
Yeah,
I don't know. All right.
What's the true market value of Bones? Now, his message was, just grabbed all 4 novels. Can't wait to dive into your nightmare worlds. Fellow writer here. Love supporting indie horror. Your work sounds deliciously dark.
Okay.
Now, Samantha said, most people who buy books don't message. I said, thanks. He kept messaging and messaging.
Yeah.
Telling how much he liked her work as he read it. They would bond over their enjoyment of true crime and stuff like that. Everything. Now, on September 30th, by the way, later on, he'll alternately tell her name. His name is different. He'll try to go by Nicholas Killian James Stark later on as his name. Okay. Now, September 30th, 2022, Nick files a police report claiming his father, Wayne, assaulted him. An actual police report based on Jim McIntyre's findings.
Right, based on the bat and the kick.
And he will later on use this to try to change his name, saying that's one of the reasons he wants to change his name is to separate himself from a guy who's not even his real father and had him beat to him within an inch of his life. He tells Samantha, Nick does, this is October 18th, 2022. He said, in the last 3 years, I moved a couple times, learned pretty much everything I thought about myself was not true, and had my wife pass away.
Okay.
He's telling her that in 2020, his wife, Mindy, died of undiagnosed heart issues aggravated by pregnancy.
Really?
Yeah, wife's been dead for 2 years. Been a widower here.
Okay.
Yep. He said that's what happened. He even, by the way, you showed her a Photoshop driver's license to show who he was, which is Nicholas Killian James Stark or whatever the fuck. So later on, in November 2022, Samantha's car gets a flat tire.
Yeah.
Nick arranges to have it towed and pays for 4 new tires, new headlight bulbs, over $600 in total.
Okay. Get you new headlights, too. Fuck it.
Yeah, one of them had a padiddle going on. He said, Samantha said, I was shocked. We never even met. I said it was too much. He said, most guys would send flowers. I send tires. Pretty stupid, right? It became a joke between us.
Okay. There's a bouquet of tires.
A week later, a huge bouquet arrives at the door, not of tires, of actual flowers. Now, Thanksgiving week 2022. Okay, here we go. Frank III and Betsy leave for Hilton Head. They're going to go see Frank IV.
Sure.
Mindy stays home. She doesn't leave the house, and she's 8 months pregnant, not feeling well at this point.
Right.
Okay, now, so that is Wednesday, the 23rd of November. Saturday, the 26th of November, 2 days after Thanksgiving, Nick says that Mindy texted him saying she's going to the hospital. This is while he's working.
Yeah.
So he said, I got a message from her that she was leaving the home and that she was concerned that she was going and had to go get medical attention. So he said, I asked her if she thought I should come back.
Right.
And she said she didn't need that and she was going to be picked up and she's all right. I'm just going to go I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I got it. Yeah.
So now he was asked, did she tell you where she was going to get medical attention? I'm going to this hospital, whatever. Yeah. He said, we had discussed it in prior days that she was going to be taken to a birthing center. that a doctor, or that a man I believed to be a doctor who had been seeing her in the home, worked at or was affiliated with in some way. So whatever birthing center old black bag is attached to.
Right.
He said that Mr. McIntyre was comfortable with that because we were very scared again about the medical issues, with insurance, with payments, with our location being found. So he said he returned home that weekend because he was working. He was gone. Right. He said, and Mindy was gone. He said, but I continued to receive signal messages from her over the next several days. You wouldn't go see your 8-month pregnant wife who's in the hospital.
And she's at a birthing center? She's
cool.
8 months pregnant? How long is she going to have to be there?
I don't think a birthing center, you don't stay there for days.
Yeah, they don't.
If you have anything, basically, unless the kid just slides out and everything's fine, you're going to the fucking hospital where they have medicine and shit and machines. And I don't know if some of these birthing centers might have that too, but
sure,
I assume if there's a major issue, you're going to an ER at that point.
Right. But birthing centers are generally for people that don't have the means to have a hospital baby, right?
I don't know. I always thought it was more of a hippie thing.
Right. Or is it people that have a lifestyle that they don't want to do the drug thing? Right.
A lot of that, or they just want to have it natural. They want to have it in their
Depot
home.
Pool. Yeah.
It's big in Mormonism. They do that. They have it in the house in a fucking pool, in the tub in the pool.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy shit. Oof. So anyway, he said that, so I got her messages and hung out. He said, I was told I want to believe it was Sunday, that I should be preparing to leave again, Jim told him. Yeah. He said that was something that had come up multiple times where we were told to pack, and then a few days later we'd unpack. He said it was a constant hassle and stress, but I was told to pack just the things we would need for a couple days, and that we might be leaving very, very quickly in the future. At the time, we were planning on moving to Missouri to have the baby, settle there and try to put our lives back together to an extent. All right. So Monday, November 28th, 2022, Nick heads out, not to the hospital to see his wife, to the Bass Pro Shop.
Hell yeah.
Where he purchases a 7-piece deer processing kit. Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show and tell you how to be much safer with Simply Safe.
SimplySafe.com, SIMPLI, safe.com.
Oh, you know it. I'm telling you, we hear horrible. This is small town murder. The stories we hear are horrendous. Yeah. So many awful things that could completely...
And they happen.
They happen all the time. Listen, we have 600-something episodes of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of these could have been very easily prevented by Simply Safe. That's the thing. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, there's so much craziness out there. Can a home security system really call itself security if it's only responding once someone's inside? That's not really security. What good is that? You're being murdered.
Right.
Who cares at that point? Yeah, come and mop up later. Doesn't matter. You need them to be there beforehand, and that is where Simply Safe. I love Simply Safe. That is where Simply Safe comes in. There's now a way you can actually stop someone from entering your house. It is Simply Safe, and their AI-powered cameras. They detect threats while they're still outside your home and alert real security agents. They can even talk to them and yell at them. It's amazing. This is a game changer. The agents take action while the intruder's still outside. They confront the intruder, letting them know they're being watched on camera and that police are on their way, and they even sound a loud siren. You can trigger a spotlight if needed. This is how you stop a crime before it starts. That's real security. Other systems have cameras that let you talk to intruders, but they require you to see the alert yourself, and then you have to do it. Simply Safe takes care of all that for you. Their monitoring agents have your back and talk to intruders even if they aren't there. There's no long-term contracts or hidden fees. You can cancel any time. Named Best Home Security System by U.S. and News and World Report for 5 years running. 60-day money-back guarantee so you can try it and see the difference for yourself. I'm telling you, we use Simply Safe.
Yes.
Have it on my house, have it on my office, the studio. Everything we have is Simply Safe protected because there's just no better way to do it than the way they do it. I'm sorry. It's just great stuff. And right now, our listeners, you guys, can save 50% on a Simply Safe home security system at simplysafe.com/small. That's simplysafe.com/small. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Now back to the show.
That he said that Mindy texted him and told him this would be a good gift for my brother who's a hunter for Christmas. So we should get this for you. Should go pick this up for him for Christmas. Don't worry about me. I'm just in the hospital. I'm cool.
My brother, a fucking Foreman grill.
Yeah, go get it's all good. So 7-piece deer processing kit. It's had a part of deer out essentially.
Yeah, it's a grinder / slicer, everything.
Yep. Yeah. So Wednesday, November 30th, 2022, Frank III undergoes hip surgery at St. Joseph's Hospital. Okay. Now Nick goes and visits him in the hospital, shows concern. So, I mean, he didn't visit his wife, but he's visiting the father-in-law in the hospital, says Mindy's still in the hospital. Haven't seen her, but I've been texting with her. She's fine. Okay. Thursday, November 1st, 2022. Frank III, Mindy's dad, is discharged from the hospital. Nick helps him get to the house, helps him get settled.
Yeah.
Tells Betsy, you don't worry about it. Listen, darling.
Calm down. Yeah.
You go to work. I'll take care of Frank. Then Mindy's ready to come home from the hospital later today. I'll take care of Frank. Then I'll go and get Mindy from the hospital.
There we go.
So he takes care, gets Frank all settled, gets him, a fucking juice box or whatever he gets him. And Nick heads out to the hospital.
Great.
He said that on Thursday I received a phone call and was told she'll be ready to pick up this afternoon. He said I'd sent her a few messages and I hadn't heard back, but that's what the doctor told him. So he said I assumed she was either napping or undergoing some sort of test and didn't have her phone with her. He said, but then that evening, on Thursday, December 1st, I was told that she died.
What?
Yeah. They said
the birthing center just told me she died?
She's dead, sorry. She was alive this afternoon. We told her to pick.
What about my baby?
Dead. We'll talk about it. So, dead. It's all dead. Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead.
Dead. Sorry.
Everybody that was in that room, dead.
Carbon monoxide leak. Everybody's dead.
All right. Well.
So he was asked, who told you that she died? And he said, a man at the medical clinic of some sort that I went to.
Where's it at?
That's his answer. They said, where was the medical clinic that you went to?
Yeah.
He said, somewhere in Savannah or the greater Savannah area.
That's very vague.
East, west, north, south, a direction.
Go to all of them in Savannah.
He said, I don't know Savannah very well. Okay.
Right.
They said, so who was the name of the man that told you that? He said, I don't recall.
Your wife is dead. Thank you, sir. What?
They said, okay, tell me what happened. You went to the birthing center. You spoke to this man, and he said, I was brought back, and he was kind of waiting for me. Kind of waiting for me. He said, I was brought to an office, and I assumed I was getting, like I've gotten before, with various medications or various, tools, like the blood pressure cuff that I had tested her with, that I was going to get some sort of instruction on the aftercare.
Right.
You need to do this and that. And he sat me down and said, I'm very sorry to tell you that Mindy passed away very suddenly. So they said, did you ask to see her?
Right.
And he said, I did, but the man said I couldn't at that time. My understanding leaving was, I don't recall his exact words, I was an absolute wreck. So he was like, I can't
aftercare at all.
I can't see my dead wife. I'll just take off, I guess, then.
I got to go. All right.
Yeah. He said, my understanding was that there was going to be an autopsy, so I assumed she was being prepped for that or that she'd already been transported somewhere for that. I was distraught, but I believed that I was going to see her, and I believed that I would get a chance to see her. He said that the man had me sign some forms that I believe were for the autopsy, some sort of a release, which you don't need to sign a release for that. If it's,
not for a body.
Not for a sudden death that they would have to explain of a 30-something-year-old woman or 40-year-old woman at this point. He said, and then I drove home.
Okay.
That's that. And they said, well, how were you told she died? Like, what did they say? They just died very suddenly is very vague. In the greater Savannah area is just too very vague.
You're really shutting a lot out because of this trauma, sir.
Absolutely. He said at that time, I was not, he said that she died very suddenly, that she'd been brought back from some testing and had gone to the bathroom, and that after that, the nurse was called away before she was done in the bathroom. And by that time, they came back to rehook her up to the machines, and she had passed away.
So
just
fast.
Dead in the bathroom. He said, and that was why there was no alarms had been risen at the time, or raised, I guess. So he said, I drove home. He said, I got home and I spoke to Frank and Betsy immediately.
Yeah.
And he returns. He breaks down crying. Betsy said he was sobbing so hard I couldn't understand him. Just kept saying, she's not coming home. She's not coming home.
No kidding.
So, yeah, he said when he walked in, he said, I walked in and Betsy said, oh, my God, like, this is the baby. That's what they were expecting.
Yeah.
We're going to come in with a baby. Like, she didn't see from my face that something was horribly wrong, and I just started sobbing. And he said he told them Mindy died suddenly at the birthing center, stroke or heart issue. Doctors aren't sure. Baby didn't make it either. Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. So, yeah, that's that. So that night, Nick said, I contacted Jim, I believe, shortly thereafter and told him what happened. And he said that he would find out what happened. He said he was so sorry for me. And then, honestly, I think I got drunk. Kill the pain, numb it.
All right.
He said, sometime either the following day or the day after that, we had started to reach out to friends. So he reaches out and texts certain friends, Cameron Nelson, the credit card lady, Angela Wynn, Chris Zaplack, and Joseph West. Each of them get a different story.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
He told Cameron, quote, stroke from blood pressure issues.
Yeah.
And Cameron said that I loaned him $2,000. It ballooned to nearly $200,000. He said he'd pay me back. Never did. He told me Mindy died of a stroke from blood pressure irregularities. He told Angela massive stroke. Yeah. He told Joseph sepsis that led to infection, which is way different.
All so different.
And then told another person just pregnancy complications.
Yeah.
Which is wild. He leaves the Airbnb, takes off.
Yeah.
A couple days later, he said, quote, I met with Jim. He said he wanted to give me the results right away. Could I meet him somewhere outside Savannah? And, I assumed that it was the closest point that, I would get the news quicker on what happened. I remember talking to Betsy on my way out because she said, do you think do you think that we should like look into a lawyer or stuff like that they were talking about? And I said, absolutely. Like, I am very unhappy with the care.
I will not be paying for this care.
If I could give 0 stars, I would. That is not happy. Said my wife was fine.
Very chill statement.
Kept her for a week. She died. 1 star.
I am not happy.
Not happy. I'm very unhappy with the care. It's hilarious. He said, how do you leave a woman who's, with all these health issues, alone for any length of time where she's not being monitored? Like, I absolutely at that point wanted her, to start the process of finding a lawyer. Now, Betsy and the friends are very distraught because there's no memorial for her. No memorial, no viewing, nothing. He claims, as a matter of fact, that he doesn't know how it happened, but somehow she was sent to be cremated, even though that was not his instructions.
Yeah.
And
they just made an assumption? He probably
an
wants
assumption.
it burned up. Yeah.
And the fact that he said that he was contacted. A man called him and said, hi, I have your wife's ashes.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Can you come pick these up?
Exactly. Can you come pick these up? It's $5,000, by the way. Which
What?
Is an expensive cremation.
That's the most expensive one I've ever heard of.
You get a coffin for that, a real nice one. Yeah. It's $5,000, and I need that in cash, by the way.
Oh, no paper trail on this, please.
I need that in cash. And he said, well, where can I come pick up the ashes? And they decided on the side of a road in Alabama. Not at a building or an office.
Route 12, Vague City, Alabama.
He said he talked to the guy, and they were both traveling around at the time, and that they decided they would both somehow be near Alabama, so they decided on Montgomery, Alabama would be a good place to stop.
Okay.
So he said he met this man on the side of the road, handed him $5,000. This man handed back to Nick a bag of his wife's ashes, not even an urn, a fucking bag,
Yep.
a sack of ashes, and her engagement ring and her wedding ring. Here you go.
This is our most modest receptacle.
This is the best. Yeah. This is the ash equivalent of a plain pine box. Here it is.
Wow.
A gallon Ziploc bag of your wife.
This is crazy.
So he said he was not happy with that guy at all.
I'm not
He
happy
was
with
pissed.
that one either.
Or the kid. Not happy with all of this.
Really, the whole
But-
process has been
It's been a bitch.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
But he said, I gave him $5,000 in cash that I had taken out of the bank that morning
Okay.
to meet this man. So now he's got his wife's ashes. Now,
Yeah.
Betsy said after Nick left and was gone a couple days, we got an email from his security team. You know, he has a security team
Yeah.
saying he'd been in a terrible car accident.
Oh.
Weeks later, they said he died.
Who? Nick died?
Nick's dead. Dead from a car accident.
Oh my God. We just got an email about it.
Yeah. He's not dead. He never was in a car accident. Okay. This is all bullshit, obviously.
I assumed
Nick's
as much.
very much alive, but she said he's dead.
Yeah.
So Nick's dead. December 2nd, 2022. A couple days after all this. This is about when he's getting the ashes from the guy in Alabama.
Right.
4:50 p.m. at the Portal Hunting Club in Riceboro, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30,000 plus acres of logging and hunting land in Liberty County. This is a big hunting preserve, basically.
Yeah.
It's a club here, a hunting club. They do deer and turkey and small game hunting and all that kind of shit. Seasonal memberships and all that kind of crap. They have cabins and campsites, and they have maintained roads. They have deer stands. It's just a big hunting preserve. They're trying to improve habitat improvement and control harvest policies. They said that they have a lot of these in this area. Many hunting clubs operating on timber company or privately owned land even.
Okay.
So late November through December is peak season. This is when everybody's out looking for deer at this point because that's when deer are fucking. That's when they're getting their. That's when they. That's when they get their fuck on. They get pregnant in November, December, have babies around June. I have deer in my yard, a ton of them, so I can see their process. So now they have gates during this time because there's tons of hunters, their dogs, and there's a lot of logging trucks too.
Yeah.
During this time, gates that normally block certain roads are open because there's so many people there.
Yeah, we need you in here to clear it out.
So during this time, locals use the dirt roads as shortcuts
Sure.
to places. Now, a guy named David Owen Lovett shot a deer.
Nice
So
work.
he's jacked. His dogs raced toward it, and he said, the dogs were acting strange. Wouldn't come when called. I walked over to see what they'd found.
Another deer.
That's what he was looking for. He said, I thought it was a hog at first. Then I saw what it was. Then I saw arms.
Oh, no. Hogs
Human
don't have
arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. No head, no legs, just that. A torso with arms, he finds.
Oh, my God.
They're like, holy shit. No head, no legs, torso lying in the woods. He calls the cops quickly, obviously.
Yeah.
4:58 p.m., deputies arrive. By 5:15, they're crime scene taping this shit. By 5:45, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is on the scene. So, I mean, this is wild deal here. The torso is nude, partially decomposed. There is a black plastic tote nearby, one of those tubs,
Movers, yeah.
overturned nearby. There's also a Milwaukee brand knife with a red handle on the ground.
Oh.
There is Clorox wipes everywhere,
Yeah.
all over the place. Those wipes.
That's
There's
a landscaping saw is what that is.
That's a good one there.
Yeah.
Just a knife though, one of the red handles.
Milwaukee brand, the fucking outdoorsy ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
Clorox wipes everywhere, including wrapped around the knife's handle.
Oh.
So someone's wiping some shit down.
Yeah.
Scattered on the ground, there's more than a dozen Clorox wipes that they can find.
All right.
One of the agents said, in 30 years, I've never seen that many cleaning wipes at a scene. Someone tried very hard to eliminate evidence. Getting rid of everything. Now, is this a good place to dump a body? A rural area? Not really.
Doesn't seem like it.
No, it's the type of place the police look at it and immediately understand that it's not a local because it's the type of
They would
place that
know.
if you looked at it, it looks like a great place to dump a body.
Yeah.
It looks like in the middle of nowhere, but if you
there's
were from the
traffic.
area,
Yeah.
you know this is a hugely trafficked area that tons of people are on all the time. You just go, oh shit, woods, middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, you go out to a lake in Arizona and you go, wow, this is rural. Nobody's ever here. And then you look at the lake and it's just buzzing with activity.
Exactly. Exactly. So it just looks like endless woods if you're not from here. The next day, December 3rd, 7 a.m., there's hundreds of searchers by 7 a.m. Deputies, GBI agents, volunteers, dogs, helicopters, drones. I mean, full court press. 2 p.m., they find Ugats, by the way. But at 2 p.m., a hunter named Philip McCaller finds something 2.5 miles away from the torso.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, I thought it was a deer leg at first.
Damn it.
Got closer, saw toes.
Shit.
Deers don't have
toes.
They don't have arms or toes. Two things deers don't have.
And hogs.
Deer don't have those. Yep. He said right leg partially consumed by animals, and there was maggots present as well.
Yeah.
December 5th, 2022. If you notice, we're missing one part still.
Yeah, a whole lot of parts.
One part. We found legs.
Oh, the middle part.
Oh,
Between
we found.
torso.
Well,
Oh,
that's
the top.
That's one leg. That's
The
right.
very,
leg.
very top.
We're missing
Oh.
a head and a left leg at this
Okay.
point.
All right.
So the hangman's almost complete. Now,
Yes, it's not good.
December 5th, 2022, cadaver dogs alert near a fallen tree and they recover a left leg.
Okay, now we just
Okay.
need the very tip top.
That's it.
We need
They
the
found
star
a
of this.
production. A gray plastic tote was found nearby with blood residue inside. Now, it was wiped down, but they said the totes were wiped so clean they practically shined, but blood seeps into plastic and you can't wipe it away. Anyone who's ever put leftover spaghetti in a Tupperware understands exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
I've done that. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
It's your Tupperware is permanently stained.
Got it. Okay, I
If
see
you
what you're
put
saying.
tomato sauce in it once,
Yeah.
it looks like
it's always that. Yeah.
Forever, no
It's
matter
never
how
coming
much
out.
you clean
Yeah.
it, never coming out.
Yeah.
It's tomato sauce on Tupperware, apparently
Yeah.
blood on a tote thing as well. So December 7th,
Yes.
2022, searchers have covered thousands of acres. Thousands.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
A GBI agent named Lindsay Smith notices some disturbed earth near a pine tree. Fresh-looking dirt that hasn't been packed down, really. And damaged roots as well by the pine
Oh,
tree.
we got roots sticking up. Yeah.
Yep, he said the roots had cut marks like someone started digging, hit roots, moved over, tried again.
Oh, that does suck. Yeah.
Yeah. So they dig down into the fresh dirt. They have to dig down 3 feet
Wow.
before they find a human head.
Yeah.
And they said it was hidden with care, this human head.
Really?
So the head buried, the legs just tossed into the brush, the torso there. The remains are that of a white female with brown eyes, shoulder-length hair, approximately 5'9" to 5'10" in height, approximately 185 to 200 pounds, age range of 20 to 50 years old, which again, vague. 20 to 50,
pregnant?
little bit vague. Bigger, we don't know. The body has no scars, marks, or tattoos. There is a single dental implant in the upper right jaw.
Okay. She was born in 82 and has not gotten a tattoo?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very
So what?
impressive.
Neither have I.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Why?
Because nobody does that.
I think it's stranger to go to a place on purpose and give someone money to draw on you.
You
That's
may think
more
that,
of a,
but it
not
is
stranger, but that's
incredibly popular.
No, I know. That
Yeah.
seems like a lot of effort is what I'm getting
It
at.
is.
It's
It's a
just
whole
a lot
lot
of
of
effort. I'm too lazy to do that. There's no way I'm doing that.
It's just
I can't sit there
fascinating.
for 2 hours. The fuck out of here.
It's just fascinating when people have gotten out of doing it ever.
When have you ever seen me sit for 10 minutes besides
Yeah.
doing this show? I can't sit. It drives me
We
crazy.
can
I get
you
up
a
and run
10-minute
around.
tattoo.
Fuck that. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm good on it. But so they found that. They found clothing near the remains described as a dark blue long sleeve Morona brand shirt. That's Target, right?
Target brand, yeah.
Morona.
Yeah, yeah.
Size medium. White camisole top, size large. Light gray boy shorts with white stripe down the side. Large size. and white Amazon Essentials underwear size large.
Okay.
That's the clothes they find. They find black and gray totes with Mindy's blood inside. They find the Milwaukee knife wiped clean, no DNA, Clorox wipes everywhere, like that. Now, the medical examiner finds a torso has with 9 head wounds, defensive wounds on the arms, abdominal wounds, tool marks on bones consistent with power tools.
Oh, boy.
They said 9 lacerations to the head, 1 causing skull fracture, defensive wounds on arms and hands, cuts and bruising to chest and abdomen, body so drained of blood we couldn't get enough for standard toxicology.
Yeah.
The body was not pregnant.
What?
This is not a pregnant person.
Whoa.
Okay. Now, they don't know who it is, but it's someone who's not pregnant.
Somebody between 20 and 50 with no tattoos that's not pregnant.
That's not pregnant. Now, the forensic entomologist said based on fly larva development, death occurred between November 27th and 30th, 2022.
Okay.
They do an investigation to try to figure out who this person is. No fingerprint matches. No matches in the CODIS database.
So
no
no
DNA
DNA,
matches. Dental implant, which is usually they can trace that back to manufacturer, untraceable.
What?
Somebody got like a black market sidewalk implant from somebody.
Implant?
Stuck it in their head.
Not a crown. Implant.
A fucking implant. Hold to it.
Wow.
Forensic sketches they make. They're released, and here are the sketches here.
Let's see them. Okay. It's a nice little painting, actually.
Nice sketch. It actually looks really. I like how the artist signed their name down here, like it's
Old Kelly.
like you're selling it at the fair. So that's how they look at. Now that's what's going on. They see this. They don't know who it is. They're asking for help. They get hundreds of tips. None of them pan out.
Sure.
Except for one, and that is made by Heather. Remember Heather?
Ex-wife.
Nick's first wife and a fucking
indebted $1.5 million.
$1.5 million to She contacts the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, recognizing the sketch as resembling Mindy, who she'd met briefly one time.
Who's controlling my $1.5 million.
Exactly. She said that she also said Nick was would accuse her of infidelity, which she denied. He would lie to her about money and never paid the settlement, said he was manipulative, and also that that's his wife that's dead.
Yeah.
Now, the cops don't know. So they need a DNA match. They're trying to figure this out. March 20th, 2023, Nick claims his new Ford Explorer exploded.
What?
Exploded into flames.
Ford Exploder?
And burned up with an $860,000 check inside.
Oh, God damn it.
That's horrifying.
Oh, he's in a Ben Stiller movie.
This is horrible.
Can't get a break, this guy.
Can't catch a fucking break. So police, through all this evidence, put a timeline together. Mm-hmm. Okay, they figure that the time of death was, because they're looking into all this, and we'll talk about why, but they're trying to figure out what Nick did here, because they have a suspicion this is Mindy. So they wanted to look into Nick to see if they can investigate their way into finding out it's Mindy. So they figure out Sunday, December 27th is the medical examiner's date of death estimated. Monday, the 28th, is when he drove to the Bass Pro Shop and purchases a 7-piece deer processing kit.
Oh, shit.
Tuesday, the 29th, Nick left the Savannah house that he was with them. At 8:50, he left at 8:30 a.m. 8:56 a.m., a Home Depot on Abercorn Street he stops at, purchases a Milwaukee insulation knife.
Oh?
Receipt shows Nicholas Casadas bought it. Surveillance shows him tucking the knife under his arm as he walked out. 9:30, he's driving south on the I-95. 10:30 a.m., stops at a Marathon gas station in Midway, uses his debit card captured on surveillance. 11 a.m., phone is turned off, goes dark. Okay. But the thing is, this fucking moron didn't realize his Ford Explorer's Bluetooth is still on. And that keeps picking up location.
Yeah.
So your phone can be off all you want.
Whatever. Yeah, you got GPS in this truck. You're going to figure it out.
Absolutely. So it follows the GPS of the truck and shows exactly where he goes. At 11:15 a.m., the GPS on the Ford Explorer shows the truck entering the Portal Hunting Club via Jones Road.
Uh-oh.
For the next 2 hours, the car remains in the vicinity of the hunting grounds. pings show movement within a 3-mile radius, right where all the body parts were found.
Yeah.
Same area, same exact spots where the torso, legs, and head are recovered. Exactly.
I mean, this is easy.
Yeah. So they think, obviously, that if this is Mindy, he dismembered her with a fucking power tools from a deer processing kit and scattered these remains over 3 miles and buried the head for some reason.
Yeah.
So at 1 p.m., his phone turns back on.
All right.
1:30, he's captured on Riceboro camera, a town camera, leaving the area. Mm-hmm. At 3 o'clock, he's back in Savannah getting his car washed.
Oh, it needs a little scrub today.
Yeah, a little scrubbing in there. So not good. We'll just put it that way. Nick said later on, this is where he was. He goes, well, I don't know about any of that GPS stuff, but he said, Jim told me to turn my phone off so my location couldn't be tracked.
Jimmy
because
said that. Yeah.
He said, quote, Jim gave me GPS coordinates. I met a red-headed man at a house. Gave him 2 totes with our clothes and belongings, laptops, makeup, things like that. He said he'd handle moving them. And then I went home.
Okay.
And got a car wash first. Right. So then they go in and they find blood they rip that Airbnb apart.
Yeah.
They find blood. It's cleaned, lots of bleach cleaned all over the place. Yeah. But they find blood on the futon there.
Oh.
Okay. They have all of that, and there's a 2-hour gap that he's gone with his phone and all that kind of shit. The Airbnb, large blood stain on the futon where someone's head would rest. Blood had seeped through to the mattress. Ooh. Luminol revealed blood on floor that had been cleaned up, blood spatter on walls that had been cleaned up, and a missing rug that had been replaced with another rug because Nick said a dog vomited on it.
What dog?
Somebody's dog. Yeah. We don't know.
Random dog came in and puked.
Heather still wants her $1.5 million.
Of course.
He has fake Bank of America statements that everyone thinks are fake, saying he has $32 million. Cameron Nelson has $200,000 in credit card payments. It's crazy, but his $860,000 cashier's check burned up in the car fire.
Yep, can't pay anybody back. Yeah.
Can't pay anybody back. So April 2023, what's he do?
What's that?
He marries Samantha.
What in the fuck?
This whole time, he's been hanging out with Samantha quite a bit.
Oh.
Going to meet her, and they spending a weekend with her, I believe. And all that, talking back and forth and setting up their big fantasy life, and he's sending her flowers and all this type of shit.
And tires, evidently.
And tires.
Yeah.
May 11th, 2023, the police... they get DNA from Betsy to try to match Mindy, and they find out that body is Mindy.
It is.
She wasn't pregnant.
Never once.
Never pregnant, no fetus, no evidence of a recent pregnancy, nothing.
Was she claiming it too?
That's the thing. Oh, no, she was telling everybody she was pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant. I got
what is that about?
Morning sickness. I got this, I got that. You can feel the baby kick, all that shit. She must have had some mean gas while that was going on. So, anyway, May 12th, 2023, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Samantha and her new husband, Nick, are planning their life together. They're looking at buying a house in Lancaster. Everything's idyllic little dream world. Yeah. By the way, he had changed his name already to Nicholas Killian James Stark legally.
It's done, yeah.
Believe he did it in Missouri. And he's arrested in Lancaster that day. They arrest him. There is no surprise on his face.
No surprise at all.
No surprise, not even a little bit. He just asks for water, waives his Miranda rights, and talks for 2 hours.
Oh.
So I'll talk to you, sure.
I got all the answers.
Yeah. I got nothing to hide. Okay. So his first interview is in Pennsylvania. His attorney, he's an attorney, so he should have been saying, I'm not talking to you at all.
Yeah,
I know the law.
Poor jag.
But instead, he tells everything. He talks all about Jim McIntyre, because you have to talk about Jim to talk about the background. He said he controlled everything, our moves, our money, our lives. Said my father, Wayne, wasn't really my father. Had DNA tests to prove it. Said Wayne was trying to kill us. So they said, well, where did Mindy die? And he says, a medical facility in Savannah. Which one? His answer, I don't remember the name.
Wouldn't you know?
Wouldn't you know? You signed they didn't give you a piece of paper like a
Nothing?
receipt? One
A
dead
death
wife with a
certificate?
receipt on it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other thing, too. Later on, he'll explain that he didn't get a death certificate from the cremation guy. He just said, I don't know, neither of us had life insurance, so I didn't think it was something I needed.
Oh, my God.
Okay. So he said, I don't remember the name. The detective said, what was the doctor's name? How about that?
Anybody, yeah.
He said, I was never told.
She was keeping that from me.
Yeah, no, he was never told while he was there.
Oh.
At the birthing center. They said, you never asked? And Nick said, Jim said it wasn't safe.
Oh, okay.
To find out her doctor's name. Not safe. Yeah. Okay. They said, why did you believe Jim McIntyre was paying for all these places that happened? You know, you said you didn't run up these credit cards, that Jim did. Right. And he said, I believe that the money was being paid for us. I believe he was protecting us because of the investigation. They said, well, how did Jim McIntyre get Cameron's credit card information in order to have Cameron pay for all this? Right. And he said, I have absolutely no idea.
That's not my...
They said, did you provide it to him?
Uh-huh.
He said, I didn't. I did not.
Okay.
I did not is what he said, which...
Oh, that's
not good. He said that Cameron provided me with a physical credit card as well as the billing address that I believe we were using for food from time to time and 2 initial rents when we had first left our home. So then he tells them that he met her. They said, well, what happened to your wife? Where's her body? Well, I met a guy on the side of the road. He gave me my wife's ashes. He said he was real mad at the guy, too.
Yeah.
That guy's a dick. 2 hours, never once mentions a baby.
Whoa.
Never once mentioned shit about a baby, pregnancy, nothing.
Because he knows.
Never asks about it, never comes up. Mm-hmm. So they extradite him back to Georgia. Yeah. And on May 23rd, or May 26th, he does another interview because he's a moron.
Okay.
He's a guy who thinks he is smart and these people are dumb.
Yeah.
And he can talk his way out of
anything.
Manipulate
it, yeah.
Because they're stupid. And that's what it is.
Because he's better than them.
And the 2 cops that sit there couldn't be the more perfect guys to do this, too, because they're both like older, big, fat redneck guys with real heavy accents and all that. So he thinks, I am smarter than these fat fucking southern hick sheriffs is what he's thinking. Sure. Yeah. And he's not, by the way. So anyway.
I'm a JAG officer. I know better.
He's much dumber, as a matter of fact. So they get him down. They said, we found your wife's body parts, Nick.
Oh?
And he said, quote, that's impossible. She was cremated.
Well?
They said, we have DNA confirmation, Nick. He said, Jim must have lied to me. They said, then the cop says, Nick, there is no Jim McIntyre. You made him up, didn't you? And he says, there is. He's real. I met him dozens of times. I know Jim McIntyre. They said, describe him. Describe him for me.
Here we go. Yeah.
Now, this is the point when a guy is lying. Usually they describe whoever they're looking at.
Whoever's sitting in front of them. Yeah.
Your brain can't help but do that. Instead, he says, this is amazing, quote, average height, average build.
Average guy.
This is average guy. Changed appearance sometimes. So sometimes average height, average build looks different all the time.
Shapeshifter.
Walk into a Walmart, pick out a guy who's 5'10", could be Jim. Nobody knows. So the detective said, how convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they said, your phone was off, but your car kept pinging towers. Do you know that, stupid? Yeah. And there's a long pause.
Shit.
Long pause. And he says, I didn't know cars could do that.
Well, they can do a lot of things now they used to not good.
Dude, the look on his face is the same as Chris Watts when that neighbor is showing that footage to the cops of him pulling his car back. It's the exact same look. Like,
does he put his hands behind the back of his head?
He's seated, so he doesn't. But he would if he was standing.
Felony stops himself.
Wow. They said, you're a cybersecurity lawyer and didn't know about Bluetooth?
Oh, what a great thing to say right in his face.
I'm a fat, dumb hick Southern sheriff, and I know about Bluetooth, stupid. Yeah. Guess who's the dumb one? Not me, dummy. So he says, Jim just told me to turn off my phone. That's what he says.
Oh, God.
So anyway, he said, so I was asked, not to have it on. He said, when I was in the area, my phone was with it. They said, you still had your phone when you went out to this place. He said, no, I had turned it off. And he said, well, my understanding was, that I had to turn it off. I met the redheaded man with electronics, hair stuff, a laptop, some books, clothing, toiletries for both of us. Mindy wanted makeup and perfume, because she never goes out. So she wants to get all made up and perfumed while she's 8 months pregnant sitting in her house.
Oh, boy.
He said things like that. So they said, did you kill your wife? Hey, Nick, did you kill your wife, Nick?
Yeah.
He said, no, sir. I swear to God.
No, sir.
No, sir. By the way, every question he answers, this interrogation's on YouTube. Every question he answers is, sir, I did not do that. Sir, because he's a Navy guy.
Oh, right. Sir,
so
sir.
He answers everything with, sir, I don't know. Sir, I'm not sure. Every single thing gets so fucking annoying after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like if I'm the cop, I go, all right, enough with that. Enough with the sir. We're going casual Friday here. Call me detective. Thank you. So he said, when's the last time you saw your wife? I saw her on Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. They said, you didn't kill her? And he said, I did not. Again, did not. He said, no, sir. They said, there's a lot of evidence. He said, do you know about the preponderance of evidence? Like, do you know that theory of, this much evidence means you probably did it? And he said, yes, very well, because he's a lawyer.
Very familiar. I've done those things.
And the cop says, well, we're at a point way beyond the preponderance of evidence. Like, motherfucker, this isn't just a pile of shit making you look bad.
Yeah.
This is bad, and it's you.
Yeah.
We have your car pinging at the place where the body was buried.
Right.
So not good. So he said, we have all this on video. You spent 45 minutes in this giant area up there. Then you went here and you did that. And, what the fuck? And he says, well, Jim told me this and Jim told me that. And they said, how do you know he exists?
Yes.
And he said, sir, Jim absolutely exists.
I've met him.
He's a big brown elephant with a long trunk, and he's only around when no one else is here, unfortunately, but his name is Snuffleupagus, and I swear he's real. That's what he just said.
Tail. Yeah.
FBI, Snuffleupagus, FBI. That's what he says when he shows up places. He said, I don't know if that's his real name, but he absolutely exists.
Sure.
He said the things we've been for years with this thing, they said, they talk about all this. So they said, you testified with your ex-wife when she took you to court that you had $32 million. Right. And he said, yes, sir, that was true. I believed it was true, sir. They said, you believed it was true?
How do you
I believed it was true.
Okay.
Yeah. They said, what did you believe was true? Or why did you believe it was true? And he said, because I had documents that were provided to me that Jim gave me and all of that. And they said, tell me about Samantha.
Yeah.
Where'd you meet Samantha? When'd you meet him? And he said, I guess we were aware of each other for a while, but we started talking we were fairly close. And we got fairly close in November. In November, the same month this all happened. And he said that, our online worlds got closer, and then Mindy got very sick. And they said, you continued to tell people the story that she died while pregnant. And he said, yes, sir. Absolutely. He said, I starting in 2020, I would wake up in the morning, I'd take care of her, I'd rub her back. And they said she wasn't pregnant.
Right. Why would you rub her back? Yeah.
She wasn't pregnant. And he said, sir, yes, she was. She was due in January. Okay. I rubbed her legs, and they said she wasn't pregnant. She was not pregnant. She was not pregnant. They say it 3 times to him. And he said, no, sir, she was pregnant.
Okay.
He said, the cop said, even the times when you guys were saying she was pregnant, the doctors you're saying she went to, you don't know the names or any of the locations.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
You never mentioned an actual doctor. What about the CVS pickups for medication? And he said, I would routinely pick up our medication if it's been prescribed by doctors. And, he said also her dad, I would pick up his medications if they were refills. He said, we did like a telehealth thing. That's where we got medications.
Oh, boy.
They said, why'd you kill her? He said, sir, I didn't kill my wife.
All right.
They said, it's pretty clear. Yeah, it's pretty goddamn clear. They said, we've got a pretty clear picture that we show all of this, what we just told you about, to a jury.
Yeah.
This jury's going to conclude you're fucking guilty, that you did it. And, and he said, sir, I never, ever, ever saw her after she died.
What?
I never hurt Mindy. He minimized it.
Yeah.
And they said, you did hurt Mindy. And he said, I fed her. And they said, no. And he said, I. And they're trying to interrupt him. And he said, no, sir. No. And they said, did you discover she was lying about the pregnancy? Is that what happened? Is maybe that what it was? And he said, no, sir. He said, I thought she was pregnant. And they're like, okay, all right, interesting. So they're going off more about Jim. And they said, okay, so let me get this straight. Jim and the doctors, he said, Jim talked to the doctors, all that. Jim and the doctors conspired for this whole big thing, and they killed your wife. That's what happened. And then they stop at he said, and then, because he tells them, too, that he didn't have access to his Ford Explorer. He swapped cars with the redheaded man.
Oh.
And that's who took him out. He said, I don't even know. I had this guy's car. And they said, so let me get this straight. Doctors and an FBI agent conspired to kill your fake pregnant wife. So then you took all your stuff, gave it to a redheaded man on the side of the road, and exchanged cars with him. And that's what happened.
That's the craziest thing.
He said, yes, sir. That's
there
what
you
happened.
go. Now you're
That's
catching
exactly
on, guys.
Happened. You're getting it. They're like, you're just going to continue with this web of lies in this story, huh?
Come on,
he
man.
Said, there's always a reason for things. They said, is the reason that you're just a vicious killer and decided to kill your wife? Is that reason? Or is there another reason? So are you a scumbag, or are you, is there a reason? Is this an accident? Give me a reason why. So he said, I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you about this. I stopped for gas. None of this is real. I stopped. I saw the house. They said, how long did you stay when you dropped off the stuff? He said, I'm not exactly sure. He said, it was, what the fuck? What did you do? Where did you place? He said, I just placed my stuff down and exchanged cars. Right. He said, 30, 40 feet off the roadway. And they said, that's not true. Sorry. And he said, that is absolutely true.
He's so annoying.
He said, that's not what happened. He said, and his voice is like this, by the way.
Really?
Sir. It's really like,
really?
Like clipped and annoying. And he, in his police interview, he's like heavy set.
Yeah.
He's like a real heavy set guy. Later on, he's like thin as shit. He looks like a different guy. It's so weird. Real weird. So anyway, they said, have you ever been on that property before, the hunting preserve? And he said, there's cameras on 25,000 acres. It's a huge property. So, they can get you. And you say you've never been there, but they have your car there. They said, for 40 minutes you're there at the exact same spot where your wife's torso's found. Yeah. The other stop is where you hit the ribs with the shovel. You can see where you hit the ribs, they're saying. Uh-huh. So they're talking all about this shit. They said your buried skull gets covered in another exact spot that you were, even the next spot with the leg. Guess what?
Yeah.
Your shit's there. Yeah. So it's, figure it out, man. So he's sitting there very, like he's looking at him like they're crazy. That's the thing. He's like, what do you mean? No, sir.
You took the wrong car, bud. You're fucked.
Yeah. You're like, you went to Home Depot.
Yeah.
He goes, the stops are recorded, captured by your car, and, corroborated by your cell phone till you turned them off.
You're fucked.
Yeah. He goes, it's so, they said the big question is, were you asked to go to a location to retrieve it? Okay, fine. You didn't kill her and transport her. Did something happen at the house that you can't talk about? Right. And then you dealt with it from there? Would somebody else kill your wife? They tell you about it and then you had to deal with it? Uh-huh. And he said, sir, no, none of it. None of that happened. Okay. They said, we know what happened. He said, it's clear what happened.
We've got it.
They're saying, so you're saying the GPS records are wrong. and all the security camera stuff is wrong, and all the DNA is wrong, and everything is wrong except for you. Mm-hmm. That's right. And he goes,
everything,
yes, sir.
Every bit of information and evidence points to you, but you're telling us it's wrong?
It's all wrong.
Timestamps are wrong? What's wrong?
Everything's wrong. Okay. All electronic shit's wrong. Common sense is wrong.
My story is right. That's it.
That's it. That's the only thing that's right. So then they take a different approach. They say, look, I've been doing this 28 years, the one guy says. He says, I've been doing this, and I don't watch a lot of them, but people watch the TV shows and stories.
Sure. Stories.
He said, I read a lot of books that have these kind of stories in them, is what the cop says. He says you have characters that you've envisioned, maybe in your stories and some of your stories, maybe, this is part of it, maybe a fantasy and a story. He said, but any of this goes before a Georgia jury, you're going to prison. You're fucked. And so, they said, he said, I've been doing this for years. I know how to put a puzzle together. Yeah. You said you wanted full access to your lives. Did Jim tell you anything about how he was going to do that? And Nick says, he kept us safe. He kept us safe. That's all he kept saying. They said, you bought it. Then they say, why'd you buy that knife, by the way?
Yeah.
The Milwaukee knife. And he said, well, I bought this knife because the Airbnb I was staying at had a screen I wanted to fix. There's a lot of us work on. We like to work on our Airbnbs while we're at them.
Do a lot of handiwork at hotels. And
I was going to say, when I go to a hotel, I leave, I do a deep clean before I leave. Really, it's spotless.
I really, I like to install a new mini split. Sometimes I'll do some electric work. You don't know.
Well, I bring 2 suitcases. I bring my stuff, and then I bring a suitcase just full of cleaning supplies. Collapsible vacuum, things of that nature.
Yeah, collapsible table saw. Sometimes you got to cut some
stuff.
2x4s and trim work.
7-piece deer processing kit. You never know.
Is deer spelled D-E-A-R, James?
Yeah, exactly. So, they're going over and over, and they keep basically going over everything. At one point, he said that he had storage units, and he had to go down to Florida because he had storage units. Some stuff got mailed to him, but the beer couldn't get mailed to him. Someone had given them a bunch of beer. I don't know. They said, so you go from Florida to Montgomery, Alabama. You cashed a check for $5,000, cash withdrawal. And he said, yeah. And they said, hold on, but let's go back a second here, by the way. You're pressured to get away from this Airbnb and move out. Your car mysteriously burns with all your money in it.
Right.
So you won't be able to close on a new house, apparently.
Right.
He said, was this time to look for a new wife, too?
Oh.
And he said, no, sir.
No, sir.
He said, what was your plan from there? He said, I planned from there because I was expecting more money. And, he said that Jim told me that things I had to lie about to keep myself safe. They said, do you lie then to keep things safe from your dad? And he said, yes. Yes, sir. So they said, you're worried about your dad, and he's such a bad guy that you're terrified by that. You've gone through in all these years living off everybody else's finances, being, a burden on everybody basically, and then you get locked up. Do you reach out to your parents who you haven't talked to and you don't like?
Right.
And he says, I reached out and said, he's reached out before. They say, your story is it's just not right. You're going to get the knife to to fix the screen and things you're fixing a place you're going to leave that you don't own. Right. And he said, yes, sir. We wanted to leave it in the best condition possible.
I wanted to get
my rating has to be good. So it's fucking crazy, man. So they talk about all this shit. They keep going on, and they keep him there for a long time, and they go, there's evidence that's proof beyond a reasonable doubt. We've gone beyond all this shit. He goes, I went back and verified your story, and your entire story's a lie.
Yeah.
So help me at this point. Go and explain to me why you can continuously lie, and, that means you didn't kill your wife.
Right.
He said, you lied to me. You lied to Cameron. You lied to your family. If you were told your wife would die, you would remember that. If you walked in, your wife was dead, you'd remember who told you, where it was.
Yeah.
They said you weren't allowed to see your wife and found out she was cremated later. You don't think as an attorney that that's a wrong thing that happened there?
Right.
So he said, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Sir, I didn't do anything.
Sir. Oh, boy.
Sir.
Yeah.
And then they said, excellent, you're under arrest, charged with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, tampering with evidence, removal of a body part from a scene of death, and dismemberment.
Those are serious charges, sir.
Very serious charges. Yeah. After his arrest, Samantha, after talking to the cops, learned the truth about everything. His wife wasn't dead in 2020. He killed her in 2022.
Yeah.
She gets an annulment.
Done.
She annuls the marriage in May of 20, right after he's
married
arrested.
to you son of a bitch.
Hell no. She talked about his lies to her, including a suspicious car fire that destroyed the check that they were going to purchase a house with.
You can get that back. You can put a stop payment on it.
It's a cashier's check, Jimmy. You can't get it back. He thought of everything. It's so stupid. That's what I mean. It's dumb as shit.
You could still get a stop payment on that, right?
Yeah, probably get a reissue on a I'm not sure. I don't know how that works exactly. So she said she is forever haunted by the ordeal. That'll be good for your writing.
Yeah, it's certainly going to help.
You're going to write some shit. Now, pre-trial here, okay. The lawyer said, it's my intention, Your Honor, not to be gruesome, but rather to be strictly and solely forensically informative to the jury. Yeah. They're trying to figure out what they're going to allow into court as far as certain things, because the defense is saying they're just going to let in all these gruesome things. They're going to put her head up in a certain spot that makes it look creepy and all that kind of shit. So the court debated also whether testimony from one of Nick's ex-wives should be allowed as well. This is the Heather with the $1.5 million. So they're alleging that all of this on the run shit was just to escape the fucking process servers chasing him for payments for the wife and because he hasn't paid his wife $1.5 million.
That's all this is about?
That's what they're saying. The prosecution's like, that's what this is about. That's what all this moving is that. And, and you kept your wife on edge so she would believe you.
Yeah.
Because she would say, well, why don't you just pay her? We have $32 million.
And then she found out he doesn't have any money.
Possibly. Or he found out she wasn't pregnant. Or the pregnancy was a ruse that they planned together. Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know. That's the thing. She was not pregnant, and they both were saying she was pregnant all the time. So she's in on this. She knows whether she's pregnant or not. He can't show up and say, Jim McIntyre says you're pregnant.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. She's going to probably want some independent verification on that.
Wow.
So, that's what they allege here. Now, the defense argues that the couple was fleeing from someone else, an individual named Jim McIntyre, who was controlling their finances.
Yeah.
He said they were moving every few days, few weeks, few months, under control of this person we'll keep calling Jim McIntyre. While the state says that's a fabrication, it's clearly not a fabrication that he makes up after the fact, because he and Mindy told people about what was going on, why they were on the run, and everything else. Prosecutors dismissed the Jim McIntyre story as, quote, a CIA conspiracy theory type argument.
Yeah.
And they also requested that the judge allow a Target receipt as evidence. He said there's a Target receipt that the defendant purchases on his way to meet with Samantha Colesmith, his third wife, where he purchased condoms and Old Spice within days of his wife being deceased.
Okay.
I'm going to smell like an old man and fuck. Old Spice? That's what you're putting on?
My grandma
to try to get
still wears it.
Try to get new pussy? What are you doing?
Yeah, new pussy, same cologne.
No way. So that's interesting. The defense said, I don't know the relevance of Mr. Casotis other than for color, the relevance of Mr. Casotis buying condoms and Old Spice, but I'll get to that at a point in time. So they're going to allow some, not allow some shit. Okay. August 2025, here comes the trial. And this is all on YouTube.
Yeah.
It is the entire trial, and it is riveting and mesmerizing. And I definitely suggest you watch it because the prosecutor is awesome in this. This lady, the way she grills him is tremendous. It's cool as shit. So trial here, the prosecution says he had evidence handling and crime scene cleanup knowledge. As a former prosecutor, he understood forensic evidence, chain of custody, how investigators build cases. Prosecutors in the trial argued that his experience as a prosecutor meant he knew how to clean a crime scene. He knew what they were looking for, which is true. He said that he dismembered Mindy's body, possibly using tools like a deer processing kit. scattered the remains over a 3-mile radius in the remote woods, wiped down the items like knives and storage totes with disinfectant wipes, leaving no recoverable DNA on most of the stuff, and cleaned blood from their Savannah rental home using chemicals like Blue Star Reagent? I don't know. Agent. Okay. Investigators also found only small traces on the futon and the walls of that. So he turned his phone off during key times to avoid tracking, showing his awareness of digital forensics. His Navy JAG status lent him authority and trust, making it easier to deceive others without immediate suspicion. Friends loaned him $200,000 as one friend. Family believed the threats, and he quickly remarried by posing as a widower.
Okay.
They said the prosecution emphasized how his background allowed him to capitalize on opportunity and create consciousness of guilt through lies that plugged holes in his story. That's what they said. He said December 2nd, 2022, hunters found a headless, legless torso, nude, completely nude, in court. That's an extra jab. The knife was purchased by Nicholas James Casotis at 8:56 a.m. on the morning her body was dumped. I submit to you that the killer was a prosecutor. He would have known how to clean up. Nowadays, though, everybody knows how to clean up because we've all seen every show in the world here. She was found on December 2nd. He was already engaged by February, already married again by April. Bring your common sense, follow the law, and give justice to Mindy Casotis.
Sure.
Okay. The defense says, quote, Mr. Casotis is not just an accomplished attorney and decorated JAG officer. He's also a man who lived in fear, relentless, all-consuming fear. A man calling himself Jim McIntyre claimed to be with the FBI, told them their lives were in danger. He lied for years, not because he wanted to deceive them, but because he believed their lives were dependent on it, meaning Nick telling his family. They were living, moving every few weeks, every few months, all that kind of shit. So anyway, he said Jim is real. They get Betsy on the stand. The prosecutor said, was Mindy working? She said, no, she was not. They asked why, and Betsy said she was scared to death to leave the house. They supposedly had people after them.
Okay.
Medical examiner provides graphic testimony on the autopsy, describing how the body was drained of blood due to dismemberment across the femurs, severing major arteries. He detailed 9 head lacerations, the skull fracture, abdominal, chest cuts, bruising, defensive wounds on arms and hands, indicating she fought back. Toxicology on liver tissue, due to a lack of blood, showed a non-lethal dose of Benadryl in her system.
Okay, yeah. So
she took some allergies or something. There's no evidence of pregnancy or a fetus. The medical examiner said no trace of a fetus. She was not pregnant. The prosecutor said her parents thought she was 8 months pregnant. The medical examiner said that's what they were told. I don't know. I'm a doctor. I go in, there's no baby. That's all. I don't give a shit what people tell anybody. On cross-examination, he acknowledged the head wounds would produce significant blood, but only small amounts were found at the home. Defense suggested that futon blood could be menstrual.
Okay.
She flowed all the way through everything, man. She was flowing.
Yeah, it comes out of her head sometimes. She's bleeding from everywhere.
From everywhere. An investigator detailed his purchases, the knife, the deer processing kit, a shovel and hammer on November 4th, suggesting you use that to bury the head. So he waited till then. And cleaning supplies and gloves on August 16th. A DNA analyst confirmed human blood on the knife and totes, but in insufficient amounts for profiles. They get a tool mark examiner. This said that the scene knife wasn't used for dismemberment. The Milwaukee knife wasn't. Okay. A similar deer processing kit saw couldn't be eliminated, but markings suggested a power tool, not a handsaw.
Okay.
So he might have thought I can do this with this deer processing kit and then said, this is harder than I thought. I better get out the Makita. This is bad.
He needs an Instagram account. Seeing how they field dress and butcher those things.
Yeah.
You can't do it in your garage.
And he doesn't hunt at all, by the way. He's never been hunting, so he doesn't know anything about that. They even ask him that. So FBI analyst James Burney tracked his car near the Home Depot and the hunting club on November 29th with a 2-hour phone blackout, implying he avoided tracking
Yeah.
while he was dumping. The defense argued the cell data was imprecise.
Oh.
Yeah, he was 100 yards away from where his wife's head was. He didn't bury it.
That's way too close.
Huge coincidence that he happened to be just hanging out in the middle of nowhere.
Somebody
where his wife's
clearly
head was buried.
followed him and then saw where he stopped and threw body parts there.
Yeah. The Airbnb owner testified noticing a missing den rug after the family moved out that had been replaced by a similar, cheaper one, implying a cleanup.
Uh-huh.
Then this dipshit testifies. And
Awesome.
oh, boy.
Yeah.
He has to testify.
Got no choice.
Because it looks terrible.
Yeah.
And he's got to be convincing in this bullshit story of his. So he took the stand. He swore it was Jim McIntyre orchestrating everything. He said that the meeting was in late 2017. FBI agent comes to our door, oversees hackers, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
He managed everything. He said, I had $32 million from software work. I kept it in a trust for safety. I saw documents, everything, bank statements, everything looked real. Jim said Wayne wasn't my biological father. He had DNA tests, said Wayne was behind the threats, that he wanted me back but would kill Mindy. Mindy told me she was pregnant. I believed her. We'd lost a baby in 2021. This was our miracle. He said that on December 1st, the man at the birthing center said she died suddenly, stroke maybe. I begged to see her. He said she was already being autopsied. Then he met a stranger by the roadside in Alabama to purchase that. By the way, during the trial here is the part where they talk about when he went to the hospital.
Oh.
And when he said, I was not happy with that care. I was very unhappy with the care. The entire crowd laughed. The entire dude, it was like he fucking crushed. He hit a joke that landed. The whole fucking gallery laughed at him when he said that.
I was not happy.
I was not happy with that care. Everybody laughed, and he was dead fucking serious. It was so funny.
He thought that was going to hit different.
Several times during the trial,
Yeah.
he says such a crazy lie that everyone laughs.
Wow.
Not gasps, not fucking goes, laughs out loud. Like it's
unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. About the deer processing kit purchase, he said, Mindy texted me, said it'd be a perfect Christmas gift for her brother Matthew. He loves hunting. Matthew testifies he never received it, knew nothing about it. Nick's not a hunter. He never hunted, so he didn't know. He admitted buying the knife, shovel, deer kit, traveling the route, but he claimed the phone was off per safety. Anyway, they said, why'd you believe Mindy to be pregnant? He said, Mindy told me she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And he said, she took a test and it was positive. Did you see the test? I don't know if I saw that test. I had seen a test before, but I may have, I may not have.
I've seen tests.
I just don't. I've seen tests, things.
Yeah.
They said, had she ever been pregnant before? He said the year before. They said, at some point, did you travel down to the Liberty County area? That's Riceboro. I believe so. Why? This was on Tuesday, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. I believe it was Tuesday based on the other things. And I had been told to bring those 2 bins that we had to a house. I assumed it was someone who worked at this birthing center or someone Jim was familiar with. You didn't even know who you were giving all your shit to.
Either somebody at a birthing center that's real vague in Savannah or, somebody that Jim knows.
Somebody. Yeah. He said at this point, and this was something we've done before where we were going from point A to point B and some of our stuff went to point C in between. So I brought them down.
Give me any contact information for Jim.
Anything.
Does he just pop into your life and go, here I am, I need you to do this right now?
He contacts you.
Yeah.
You look up in the sky, there's a message written by a fucking truck duster. You never know. He said, I met with a gentleman and delivered them to him. A gentleman. What vehicle were you driving? My Ford Explorer. It was a 2022 Forest Green. He said, what man did you meet with? I don't know his name. Right. I was just directed to go to him and to deliver this. To deliver what again? 2 totes full of personal items, things we'd need for a couple days that I've been asked, toiletries, some clothes, shoes, some books, things of that nature. Okay. Where'd you deliver them to? I'm not exactly sure.
The ginger.
He has no idea where he's gone. Yeah. Right. He said it was a house, I presume, somewhere in Greater Liberty County area, but I'm not exactly sure. He likes saying somewhere in the greater area.
Yeah.
He said, how'd you know where to deliver these then? How did you get there?
Yeah.
And they said, I was given an address of a church, and I was told to use that as a waypoint. Then I was given GPS coordinates from there.
Waypoint.
A waypoint.
Wow.
We move like overseas armaments and shit in less secret
In
than
much
this.
more specific areas.
Yeah, this is so secretive for
Wow.
that. He said, I was told to turn off my phone because of concerns it could be tracked. They said, so how did you get to the location without use of your phone? And he said, Mindy and I had a GPS, an old Garmin GPS that, always been kind of our backup. One of those old stick it to the windshield ones there.
Yeah.
They're like a TomTom. He said, if you lose cell coverage or something like that, if you're somewhere, then we can keep that with us actually for a long term. They said, where's the GPS now? He said, I believe it burned up in my car.
I believe.
Don't have it.
It must have exploded along with my check.
Oh, well, they said, where's the shovel you purchased November 4th at Home Depot? He said, I believe it was I know it was either given to Frank the Third, dad, father-in-law, or it was left at the house on East 65th Street. Right. They said, well, we have receipts and photos of you buying a Milwaukee knife. And he said, I did. Why were you buying the knife? One of the screens that I had put in place, the one in the living room with the TV where Frank and Betsy spent most of their time, there was something weird about it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go buy something and fix it in an
Very
Airbnb
weird
that I pay $4,500 a month for. Call somebody, tell them about it. He said it looked like it had been damaged when it was initially installed, but it would hang out quite often. And I was having a very hard time keeping the netting on it and keeping it secured up there. So I was looking for something with that kind of long and thin. I thought I could trim back the netting without causing further damage to this and hopefully get it to sit up there. This was one of Mindy's big things always, like every place we live, even though they're vacation rentals, we should leave it in a better condition than we found it.
It's a great rule of thumb for everywhere.
It is. I like to fully detail a rental car after I have it.
I need it
really
to
just go over it.
Sometimes I'll replace the wheels if there's a scratch.
Definitely a tire if it's balding.
New paint job if there's
transmission.
Time, if there's time. Anything.
Oh man, they said
the air filters will be replaced. I promise that.
Yeah. They said you're not a hunter. I'm not.
No.
So they said, why would you buy a deer processing kit at Bass Pro Shop?
Just like them.
And he said, talked about the Christmas gift and all that. They said also, where is that set of knives? He said, I believe I left that at the property when I departed. I left some things there that were kind of upsetting to see, some of Mindy's things, some of Mindy's goods, some things that she had picked out. And I believe that Mr. McIntyre was coming to pick them up and store them with the rest of our belongings. He said, where's that Milwaukee knife you purchased?
Yeah.
He said the Milwaukee knife was either left in my car when it burned. Like, it's so convenient. Anything could be in the car when it burned. Or left in my storage unit in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They said, okay, why were Mindy's ashes in Alabama?
Yes.
By the way, his story's so crazy. This is his lawyer asking him these questions because he's got to clear them up.
This is on the stand. This is so dumb.
This is on the fucking stand.
So bad.
And he looks like, I don't know why anybody wouldn't believe me. And he's one of these guys, too, that he gets the question, then turns to the jury to answer it.
No.
Like fucking Amber Heard.
Why'd you shit on the bed, sir?
Yep. A lot of weird blinky shit, too. A lot of weird blinking he does. He's a weird blinker, this guy.
Yeah?
He said, I have no idea where Mindy had been cremated. That was information I got third hand from Mr. McIntyre. Yeah. Then I received a phone call from a gentleman who said, I had to arrange to pick them up. And we were discussing where that would be. Turns out it would be Montgomery, Alabama. And he said, where did he give you there? He gave me a bag, said it contained Mindy's ashes and contained her engagement and wedding ring. They said, what, if anything, did you give him? I gave him $5,000 in cash I withdrew that morning from the Renaissance Bank in Montgomery. Did he give you any additional paperwork?
Yeah.
He said he did not.
No.
Did he give you a death certificate? He did not.
No. Got nothing.
Did you ask for a death certificate?
Oh.
He said, I asked at one point, I asked Mr. McIntyre if I could get one. Because Jim McIntyre, FBI agent's in charge of the coroner's office. Like, what are you talking about? It's a death certificate. Yeah. He said, but given that we had no life insurance, it wasn't something that I needed for anything. It was just something I wanted to have, and I failed to follow up on it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the draw of new tits and all. Yeah, it was. So they said, you both had no life insurance. We both had no life insurance. And they're saying that to say, so you had no real motivation to kill her, right?
Right.
Other than you met a chick that same fucking month that you started hanging out with and you dug and all this shit. So they said, where'd you go after Alabama? St. Louis, Missouri, he says.
Really?
Arrived there the next night.
Okay.
He said, I did work for Apis there, this company. By the way, they still cannot, as of this court fucking thing that happened 4 months ago, still never found that to be a real company.
Apis doesn't exist?
Maybe it does. It's a super secret, covert, whatever, but not on the books it doesn't.
Okay.
And he said, I also filed to change my name. They said, where'd you file to change your name? And, he said, I went down and I filled out the paperwork and all that kind of shit. So he said that it was kind of the culmination of our, everything we were going through, him and Samantha now, that if we change our names too soon, that our name change would be figured out, and then we'd have to go through the whole process again. But that, was kind of the last thing we would do, would be changing our last name so that we could not be found. And they said, and you saw paperwork where you changed your name. And he said, actually, physically, well, I went to 2 courthouses, but because I went to the wrong courthouse first, but I physically filed the paperwork myself.
This is so frustrating.
It is. On cross-examination now. Wow. This prosecutor is just like, the look on her face is like, lying shitbag. Let me ask you this. He'll say a lie and she'll just look at the jury like, really? Are we? None of us are buying this shit, right?
All right.
He said to her, Jim told me I had $32 million. Did you verify that? He said, I believed it was true.
Where are your W-2s proving that
you.
you've made this money? What are you talking about?
Prosecutor said, you're an attorney with 2 law degrees, right? And he said, yes, ma'am. You're like, wow, you're pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah.
He said, you're a JAG officer who verified everything.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. But never verified Jim was FBI.
Right.
And he said, well, Mindy saw a badge.
Okay.
And they said, never got a death certificate. He said, didn't need one. No life insurance. Never got the doctor's name.
Yeah.
He said, I was in shock. And she goes, you have 2 law degrees.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. And brought 0 documents to prove any of the things you're saying, literally anything you're saying.
You've got.
0 documentation. And he said, quote, they were destroyed in the car fire.
The Ford Exploder.
They said, well, how convenient.
Uh-huh.
And she said that with a stank eye, turned to the jury like, can you believe this lying sack of shit?
I'd be going to Ford and asking, how many of your Explorers from 22 explode?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
just the one?
He's saying the people exploded it on purpose.
Got
it wasn't a mechanical fucking problem.
It was,
He's being hunted.
It was arson, but it wasn't me arsoning.
Yeah.
It was them.
No.
Yeah.
Them arsoning. Yeah. So they said, you never asked about the baby.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right.
And he said, what? That's his response. What's that now? She said, 2 hours with police, never asked about your unborn child.
Mm-hmm.
He sits there silent for like 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
She said, because you knew there was no baby.
Yes.
And he said, that's not true. And the prosecutor said, because you killed her when you found out she lied.
Ooh.
That's what they're thinking happened here. He was like, he found that new woman and was like, man, I wish I could kill my wife, but she's pregnant. She's got a baby coming, all this. Then he found out she's not pregnant. He's like, well, I'll kill her then. Great.
I'd certainly kill her.
Yep. Closing arguments here. Okay, prosecution. 9 strikes to the head, dismemberment, disposal in the woods. These are not the acts of a man running from shadows. He wanted children. Mindy knew if he found out she wasn't pregnant, she'd lose him. That's why you bury a head. That's why you stab her in the belly.
Oh.
Yep. The defense said he lived the Jim McIntyre story for years before arrest. You can't make that up retroactively.
Okay.
They're saying he didn't just make it up after his wife was dead.
Right.
He's been talking about it for years. He said the state can't tell you how she died. I think they just did.
Yeah. I mean, she's got her head's beat in. She's got stab wounds. She's been cut up.
Can't tell you where she died. Well, they found blood spatter and stuff just because you said she had a heavy period all the way down to the futon cushion.
Yeah, futon's got it
true.
to the pad. It's
to the pad.
Not good.
Can't link that specific knife to the murder. Ladies and gentlemen, open and shut, not guilty case.
Okay.
That's it. That's all. What we should really be doing is putting Jim McIntyre up here and making him go through this shit.
Yeah.
The jury deliberates for 72 minutes.
Minutes.
Not
days,
long.
not hours.
An hour 12. They didn't even get like their fucking pizza.
No, couldn't even finish a whole movie.
Nope. They found him guilty on all 12 counts.
All right.
Malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, concealing death, possession of a knife during a felony, counts 6 through 10 of possession of tools during a crime, removal of body parts, tampering with evidence.
Okay.
Fucked is what that is. Victim impact statements during sentencing. Mindy's sister-in-law said, quote, "You're a sociopath and a psychopath. You thought you were smarter than everyone. Mindy was bright, generous, funny, everything you're not. You dimmed her light slowly, strategically, isolated her from everyone who loved her."
Uh-huh.
That's good. That's good. Mindy's best friend, Morgan Paddock, said she lived every day in fear because of your lies. The Jim McIntyre story, that was you. The threats, that was you.
Right.
The danger she feared, that was you.
All him.
Yeah, there's no proof of any kind that Jim McIntyre ever existed or anyone from the FBI ever talked to him or anything else.
Wow.
And he's saying that's because it's covert and they're hiding it now, and you know how it goes. So, the Matrix and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
isn't the CIA that does that, not the FBI?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why they called it CIA conspiracy theory type stuff. I mean, the FBI too, but you know how it goes.
I don't trust them at all. They're not good at anything.
So Samantha, the new ex-wife, testifies, saying she was victimized and deceived also. Her statement read in court said this: "I feel raped by him.
Jesus.
I was not allowed to consent to a romantic and intimate relationship with Nicholas because he lied about his entire identity. There was no opportunity for true consent." He's a murderer. How about that? What are we parsing?
She's a victim too.
Splitting rape hairs. What are we talking about here? Yeah,
he lied
there's
so
a lot
much.
of people.
I let the wrong guy fuck me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's look at the scale here. Who's been lied to more? And yeah, she got lied to, and it sucks. But
unfortunately, that's not what rape is. But okay.
No. That's weird. So, I guess you could feel like that, but you can't say that in court.
It's not what it is.
Especially when we're here to talk about a poor woman who's been killed and dismembered.
Yeah.
Like you are.
There would be.
You're not a victim.
Almost every dude on Tinder would be arrested for rape. For lying their ass off to get laid.
About everything.
Yeah.
No shit. So Nicholas's mom here, she described him as a calm, gentle man, incapable of violence, insisting, quote, "The jury got this one wrong."
Really?
She highlighted the lack of direct evidence and belief in his innocence despite the conviction. She said, "They don't know the boy who helped underprivileged children in South America. This isn't possible. We feel incredible sympathy for Mindy's family. Nicholas was not responsible for this. We know him to be a kind and gentle person." Mm-hmm. Now, Nick's dad, who, by the way, in court, they verify is his real fucking father with DNA tests.
Yeah.
All of that is bullshit, too. This poor guy, they're in court every day sitting there.
Wow.
Every fucking day sitting there supporting him while they talk about how he's not his real father. He said, "I respect the jury's work, but with all due respect, they got this wrong. The person sitting there couldn't take someone's life." The judge disagrees. Judge Charles Rose, old Charlie Rose here, sits him down with a black background and has a little chat. He says that he dismissed the defendant's story about Jim McIntyre, called him a fictional character who does not exist, and stated that the case was supported by a mountain of compelling evidence. Mr. Casotis, you created a web of lies that you got yourself tangled in. You wrote fiction and your life became fiction, but Mindy's death was real. The wound patterns show rage. The dismemberment shows calculation. The burial of just the head shows something else.
Yeah.
Shame, perhaps, or the inability to look at what you've done. This case reveals a level of depravity that shocks the conscience. You didn't just kill her, you erased her, scattered her, tried to make her disappear. All her hopes and dreams dashed in an instant by the one person who vowed to protect her. You, sir, may fuck off. That's a good one there. Maximum penalty, life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 25 years consecutively served on that. So once you're dead, another 25.
Great.
One juror said, the jury foreman said that there was no McIntyre evidence. They never believed that he existed for a second and called the acts unspeakable and said he got everything he deserved.
Yeah.
So, no, Jim McIntyre did not fucking exist. He made this entire guy up to his entire... Think about that.
Yeah, he's a terrible person.
Terrible. No witnesses ever saw him. No FBI record. No record located.
This would have never happened if he didn't brag about being rich as shit.
That's it. That's all he had to do was shut the fuck up. All communication through changing phone numbers controlled millions that never existed. We don't know why Mindy would fake this pregnancy, or if that was something they cooked up together. We don't know, and we'll never know.
He may have convinced her to do that, saying we could get out of it.
Who knows?
Whatever. Just pretend that you're pregnant, and I'll get you pregnant later. I don't know.
But she gained a bunch of weight, so maybe she was trying. Maybe they were doing it together. We don't know if they were in it together because he couldn't say that on the stand because that would show that he knew that she wasn't really pregnant, which he already said he didn't. So we don't know. How much did Mindy know? Her family said she believed the whole story and lived in genuine fear, but who knows? She told her friends on Signal she feared for her safety. Who the hell knows? Either way, that is Riceboro, Georgia. And one of the craziest, I'm telling you, that trial is riveting.
I mean, the pregnancy is what I'm most concerned with.
Oh, it's insane.
I need to know why and how. But he is a bad guy. Dangerous.
He just makes dangerous, and now he's in prison forever. Yeah. If you like that story, get on whatever app you're on. Give us 5 stars. Wow. It helps the show immensely. I have no idea why, but it does. So do that. Definitely head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Get your tickets for live shows. One coming up that you can get tickets for this Saturday if you're listening this week. It is October the 18th in Seattle at the Moore. Few tickets left for it. They issued a low ticket warning, so let's get in there and get those last few and sell it out. It's a beautiful venue. We can't wait. Get your tickets also if you can't make a live show, or even if you can and you want to see another one, a different one. We are going to have the Halloween virtual live show. It is Thursday, October 30th. It's available for 2 weeks after that as well, so you can purchase it anytime in there. You can purchase it on the night of, watch it 100 times if you want, wait a week to watch it, do whatever you want with it, and that can be accessed by anybody on the planet Earth with internet. Do that and watch us just like a regular live show, except we're wearing costumes and you're in your living room, so it's pretty damn cool. Check that out, shutupandgivememurder.com. Get your merchandise while you're there. Follow us on social media at Small Town Murder on Instagram, Small Town Pod on Facebook. Get yourself Patreon.
Oh, yes.
Patreon.com/crimeinsports is where you get all of the bonus material. Anybody $5 a month or above, you're going to get everything we put out, hundreds of back episodes immediately upon subscription that you've never heard, bonus stuff, new ones every other week, one Crime and Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get them all. This week, we'll be doing an internet salad for Small Town Murder, where we'll talk about everything going on in the world except politics. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then you also get a shout out at the end of the show, and you get all 3 of the shows, Small Town Murder and Express too, also Crime and Sports and Your Stupid Opinions, all ad free on your Patreon as well. And you get a shout out. Jimmy, I need that right now. Hit me with the names of the people who would never, ever, ever pretend their wives were pregnant and make up FBI agents. Jimmy, hit me with them right now.
This week's executive producer, Jamie Kadrovich, Gary Howard in Hutchinson, Kansas, I think. Tara Thurlby Muscovich, Johnny Nami. Thank you all so much. You're fantastic people.
You are the shit. Thank you.
Other producers this week: Peyton Meadows, Abigail Gathard, Stephanie Addis, Ryan Bender. Happy Hour checking in Conroe, Texas. I think he's home right now. Janice Hill, Michelle Mishka, Arioli, Wolfenden, Dana McEnroe, Caitlin with no last name, Marley with no last name, Jen McMurphy, Matt McDonald, spelled like Norm, Elizabeth Eden, Megan O'Brien, Evan Pasco, Coyote Bongwater. I don't know what that means. That's gross.
I don't either, but okay.
Smuggling it. Patrick with no last name, Todd Barton, Chelsea Later, Golden Girl, Jordan with no last name, Eden Cyrus, Lily Massey, hello Lily, Nicholas Vargas, Janice with no last name, Lori Boren, Aislinn with no last name, Jennifer Hart, Brittany Quiggle, Steve Curtin, Annie Olson, Christiana with no last name, Jennifer Johnson, D.A., the letters D&A, Colleen Watson, Brenna Casanova, Michael Carpenter, Aaron Tanner, Darlene Rolfe, Haley Landfear, Amanda Nishi, Jeff Seahorn, Danny Foster, Candace Galkin, Linda Fowler, Philip Hartman, probably not. More than likely not.
I would assume not.
100%.
We know it's not.
Unless it's Junior.
Great
Jalen
name.
Heckle, Natalie Deschner, Eric with no last name, Leslie Ann McCaskill, Paige Leby, Tyler Dennis, Kathy with no last name, Whitney with the letter spelled like a knee. I don't think that's right.
Oh,
I think
Whitney.
I don't think that's real, but it's that's how they spelled it.
Like
Trey
a highlights puzzle
with no last name. Yeah. Michael Whit. Yeah. Whit. Point to the head.
Me.
Yeah. Michael Lawson. Unicorn Princess, Jessica Cavalier, Diana with no last name, Maddie Hamilton, Ari with no last name, Lindsay Blixt, Shannon Jimenez, Jamie or Jaime, Kate, Crystal Rivas, Delaney Gardner, Virginia Higdon Bacon, Rebecca Mulford, The Sick Nasty, 54. I don't know what that is. Is that a move?
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's the 50.
Kids are doing.
If there's a deck of 52 cards, that's the 54th move. It's real deep cut.
Yes. You got to use both jokers for that one.
It's wild.
Anna Lewis, Steffi C, Brianna Pinkston, Katie Solomon, Destiny Sassman, One True Legend, Shane Dahl, Caden. Is that Caitlin? I may have missed a letter there. There's no way that's Caden. Kateyn? That's not Caden.
Oh, I've never seen it like that.
Graham. It's probably Caitlin Graham. There's no way it's Caden. All right. Tammy.
Thank you, Caden.
Kinnison. Yeah, it's a different spelling than Sam, though. Julie Ann Wood, Ed Janaski, Lindsay Pruden, Sean Fried, Healy Kropf, Jesse Adams, Shannon Wiggins, Samantha G, Nicole Rosenau, Alicia Anderlee, Sierra Arose, Jarrell, Ian Barrier, Kiefer Pace, Mama Cat, Agnieszka, Agnieszka Lynn.
You lie, yeah.
Not going to do it. John Rita, Deanna, Dina, Shay, Jason Peters, Crystal M, N, the letter N, Madison with no last name, Tiffany Harrison, Tina Rubinacci, Sarah Klinger, Carson Hoffart. The word fart is in your name,
Yeah,
Carson.
that's great.
That is fucked up.
Terrific.
Jesse Parrott, Peruse.
That never got brought up in school, I'm sure.
I'm sure you were never made fun of for that.
Never.
A hoe fart. That's what they called you. Hose fart. Eric Gerard, Sadie Jones, Peruse, Pyruse, with no last name. Sadie Jones, Dara Thornhill, Susie with no last name, Vergie, Leon, Michael McStott, Jeff Page, Michelle with no last name, Promise with no last name, Landon Huffman, Kate Matthews, Brandon Horton, Raven Landau Ayala, Tim Ellis, Sean Dwyer, Dagwood with no last name, Shannon Prenger, Taylor Dawson, John Chalk, Crazy for Murder, that's fun, Beverly Smith, Josh Gendron, Lozio with no last name, Tyrell Peterson, Laura, that's Tara Johnson, Julie Brown, Susie, like downtown, Susie Espinoza, Kristen Lane, Jesse Senzaba, Daniel Sigmund, Mike with no last name, Sarah Roberts, it's probably Haley O'Neill, Lynn Gherking, Ashley Oldham, gross. Kayla Angela Age, Martin Olszewski, Ellen Elin with no last name, Keith with no last name, Haley Fuel, Heidi Gempler, Elena Werschnig, Tanya Averill, The Steel Artisan, Amanda Hitt, Schuyler Winnan, Jolene Jackson, Rachel with no last name, perhaps Rachel, Josh
Maybe.
Hayes, Casey Thayer, Amy Schaff, Kiken. I don't want to go too far with that. Ed Reisman, Meg
Reisman.
Patel, Petal, Christy Sanford, Jen Faria, Michelle Rama. These are fucked up this week. Ramaglinalee
this week. Real
Kathy Grope, possibly Grop, Julie Mack McCormick, Jasmine Lamy, Chloe Ali Sarnak, Steve Warfel, Freya with no last name, Leslie Fry, Christine Anderson, Gabrielle Stevens, Jarrett Logan, Liz with no last name, Renee Martinez, Amanda Mary, and all of our patrons. Love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. You fantastic sons of bitches. We appreciate the shit out of you. We appreciate everything that you do for us all the time. Thank you for just everything.
Yeah.
We really, really do appreciate you. You want to follow us on social media. It is, you can do that easily. ShutUpAndGiveMeMurder.com has a drop-down menu. Keep doing that and keep coming back and seeing us. And until next week, everybody, it's been our pleasure.
Bye.